Oh yeah, hi, welcome back to the Warforged stream of Electric Sheep. I'm Darren, the Dungeon Master, and y'all can do your thing.
I'm Amy. I play.
What's happening?
You're
Neil,
next.
introduce your fucking self.
I think I just already was introduced. Thank you, Darren, for introducing me.
I'm Laura. I play Coda.
Ian, who plays Risbin, is running a tad late. When we last left our heroes, what the fuck did we do last week? My mind is blank and hard.
We were
We
treated
got
very
some-
badly at a place of business.
That's your opinion, but
And we got
continue
some gross
talking.
visions of a
We
flesh
were
corridor.
literally robbed and threatened.
Yeah, and then the kind man gave it all back and was like, "No hard feelings. Come join my party house."
Was the last thing we did having gross visions of a flesh corridor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
having weird
Okay.
chats, flesh tunnels. No.
And
Wait, did we have flesh tunnel visions after we went to the doctor?
Yeah, when we were
before?
drinking. We were all drunk and we had
sitting at
flesh tunnel
you guys were
visions.
sitting having a drink at the Albatross.
Did we sleep after that? Or is this like picking
Yeah,
up
no,
immediately
it was
after?
a case of like you guys had fun visions, finished your drinks, went to bed, woke up ? And now you guys are all in a booth eating scrambled eggs for breakfast.
I like to imagine I still have a black eye from where Esme threw her sword at my head.
Yeah, I threw. Where did I throw that at your head? You were just irritating me, weren't you?
I can't remember actually why she did that. I can't remember actually.
Darren, you're the DM. You should know this. Why did?
I'm not responsible for your character's actions.
But yeah.
It was after the fight because I know I had like 2 health and you threw a sword at my head and I was down to like 1 health.
Guys, you're thinking of like a game ago. That was technically 2 games ago. Neil, do you not keep that many notes? No, that you're missing an entire game worth of stuff between the sword throwing.
I mean, if I was to note every time I wanted to throw something at another, at Coda in character, I would have a lot of more notes than what I currently have.
If I was to take notes. So it's a sunny day. The sun doth come through the windows upon the small table in which you eat.
Have we seen
Bertie
sorry.
Oh, sorry. Bertie is not behind the bar. Miriam, the not mirror lady, handles the bar. Is the one who brought you your food. Seems to be kind of in a pretty grand, like, hey, I'm not dead, so I can't complain kind of attitude.
Wait, I'm sorry. There's a Miriam and a Miriam? There's like 2
there's a
Miriams?
Miriam.
Fun.
Yeah, it must be nice, Neil. It must be nice. You know what? It's really fuck nice. Move the fuck on.
Have we seen Grace and Wrath like since their detox? Have they been down for food or anything?
This morning is probably the first morning they'll probably like venture forth.
Darren, sorry, I've interrupted you.
If this is a backpedal, I swear to God, Neil.
No, this is very important. I'm just going to turn immediately to Miriam.
Okay.
Where the fuck did you get these scrambled eggs? Because if this is Mindflayer larva, I'm kill someone.
All right, love, calm the fuck down. Perhaps
Where
I
is
know
the
you had it.
food?
I'm in the process of, and you know, I'm not going to tell you. Not going to tell you. Fuck you. She storms off. You offended barkeep.
Wow, people in this town are real weak-willed. Like, honestly, the worst. But yeah, equally,
anyone
guys,
else-
I'm worried about.
Is anyone else A in the bar and B eating?
A booth off to the right has 2 what look like half-elf men. Seem to kind of be like happily chatting and tucking into some toast and some eggs.
Now, did Miriam go back to the bar or did she just leave the room?
Oh, she went back to the bar. You guys are in like a booth off to the left.
Okay.
But yeah, like as you guys kind of like, I guess, if eat/push your food around the table if you're not in the mood to eat. Eventually, Grath and Race will like descend the steps. With
Grath and Race?
Yeah, that's what I said, and that's what I'm sticking to. Mindflayer, wacky, wibbly wobbly business. But yeah, the 3 amigos like kind of gesture to you guys and like scoot into the booth because these booths are massive. It's like, how? Oh, I see you guys have recovered. Are all good in the hood? Had a nice night last night, I heard. Vigilance says, as she like mockingly like sips an empty cup because she doesn't have to eat or drink.
I mean, we had a good night. And then she nods towards Wrath and Grace. What about you two? How are you feeling?
It's like they both look really like discolored in the face and kind of just look like they're the worst hangover / come down ever. It's like, oh, it's been worse.
Oh yeah, you look.
It's like not no morning juggle fix by the ducks. They've both kind of got like blankets over their head. And what about you? What have you been up to in our fleshy absence?
Well, was Vigilance able to tell you like what happened?
They're like, oh, like they both nod in unison, and Grace is like, oh yeah, no, we were told in detail what the story was, and then they glance down at the food you're eating, and they're like, Vigilance turns to Esme, like, oh, Esme, I checked out that house you told me to look at.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it seems to be, from what I could gather, it's quite a large house. It looks a little bit run down from the people walking by who I just kind of like questioned. It apparently belonged to quite a well floored high a well off like very
yes, Lord
rich
Hyde.
lord Lord Hyde high off his kite high as a kite even, sorry. But yes, I belong to a very highly regarded noble / rich person, I guess. Although they disappeared under mysterious circumstances, like almost 2 or 3 years ago, maybe. They kind of fell into what's the word, like no one kind of claimed it, but then they aren't in their right to kind of just get rid of it because no body's been found. As far as I know, it's kind of very much abandoned, and the City Watch have to periodically check in it to make sure, like there's no like what's the word? Is it not? It's not sitters. What's the word?
Squatters?
Squatters?
That's the one. I thought it was with my brain tonight. Squatters. Squatters are doing it, and do the routine checks, but it looks very undisturbed. They've got thick, heavy curtains drawn constantly. I did several laps several times during the day to see if it like changed at nighttime, daytime, middle of the day, morning, and it seems relatively untouched. Like nothing seemed out of the ordinary. There's ivy growing up the walls. It's very nice, very scenic. It seems quite still. It doesn't look like anyone's in it, or else if it isn't, they're not moving.
Thank you, Vigilance. I really appreciate that.
What house is this?
What the good person is.
The Shroudy HQ.
How do you know? Like exactly where they are?
We got the address at the end of the session before last.
Oh.
And it was like last session or the session before, not last session, and I just said, hey Vig, go and have a very quick look at that place before we head that direction. I 100% am not surprised that it looks abandoned, because the theater looked abandoned
Yeah.
when I was investigating that.
Mm.
So at some point we should probably just put a boot to that door.
Right.
Is Amy
Yeah,
breaking
Vigilance.
up?
Nope.
No, that's my internet. Sorry.
Vigilance just kind of odds in the case of like, cool, you're welcome, thank you, and kind of like goes back to it.
Well, Coda, what are we going to do today?
I don't know why you were deferring to me. I'd probably vote for investigating the Mindflayers, but if you'd rather do this Shroud situation first, I don't mind.
You're the boss. Come, we'll do it for you.
I am the last person who will ever lead this group, so no.
Esme turns to the others like, guys, don't you agree? Coda should take charge on this one. I think Coda should take lead on this one.
You know what? Sure, why not?
I disagree.
Grace and Wrath both are like respectfully, we don't care.
We weren't asking you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, actually, before we sort ourselves out, I guess, what are your plans? I mean, you guys have been here a while. Are you gonna hang around, or what's the story?
Oh yes, no, we can't leave knowing what's going on now. We probably will take a slow morning, but get dressed, get our gear on, and do some patrols of the city and see how it goes, and go from there. And we rendezvous with you later after you guys spoke of going to the Watch.
We think they've been infiltrated, so we wanted to.
Okay. Well, we want to help because, that's originally why we came here, and admittedly, they did get the drop on us, which is in the end we want to help. So if you guys want to find your leads, we'll patrol the city and see if anyone needs any immediate help and such, and see if we find anything in the kind of back alleys of the place, and we can rendezvous this evening and go from there. Perhaps we might find a solid lead that we can kind of come together and work together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll kind of nod.
That's what I would say if I were in charge. Coda, what do you think?
I think that sounds like a fine plan, and I'm not going to suggest anything otherwise. I think that's perfectly fine.
Ian, how's Risbeth dealing with no longer the leader pants?
I go one day, it's gonna come back.
Yeah,
he's just patiently waiting for Coda to fuck up so we can take the leader pants back.
Pretty much. Coda has no spine, so what's
Risbeth-
the point?
Risbeth's just like, buy your old time, Rizzy.
He's just watching, like, yes.
It's just gonna be like a power play, like mid. And like Elizabeth just knocks on Coda's door with a sword, and he's like, "We do this at dawn."
To the
Make
death.
a move, motherfucker.
Yeah, Coda sweats nervously at seeing Risbeth glaring at him. Let's go and investigate the watch.
Okay.
Cool, yeah, you the torchbearers adieu. They they nod, kind of take care of yourself. We'll see you this evening. Is here cool to meet, or would you prefer to meet somewhere else?
For now, this seems like a fine base of operations.
I mean,
I
we're
think.
here, so we might as well.
They nod. They're just like, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Do you leave now with the intent of going to the watch?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Alrighty. Miriam, despite the grumbling, waves you by as you leave, because at the end of the day, you are turning patrons. It's not yeah. Anyway, you guys step out into the sun. It's kind of it's about 9 in the morning. It's nice. The city's a bit more lively today than it was yesterday. Certainly more stalls and more buildings instantly are are opening up a bit more. A lot more people on the streets, and it's generally a nice time. You're about halfway across Orion, on your way to the watch, and you hear, "Oh, excuse me, travelers."
Look around for the source of this.
A very tall, broad-shouldered human man, kind of like a beard, cloak. It's like he's sporting kind of leathery armor. He looks kind of just a stock adventurer kind of thing. He's clearly someone who's been on the road. He's like, "Hi, sir. Excuse me, you're a goblin, yes?"
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know this is very far. You wouldn't be the fabled that swordsman Saltfield Risbeth? Would you be him?
I'm just saying things. If this guy tries to motherfucking cut me up, Coda's in charge of this whole situation.
If he tries to cut you up, just cut him up right back.
I'm that would be me.
I'm sorry. I know it's very forward. I apologize.
It is very
I've heard.
Sorry.
Forgive me. I've heard so much. I've heard tales of your abilities have reached my ears, and I've far and wide in the hopes of meeting you. Just can I have your autograph, please? I'm an honest, genuine fan.
I want to incite him.
You do.
I don't even know if my insight's good enough, but
Can I incite him? Because the same thing has happened to me before, and now I'm very wary.
I don't trust like that.
Isadora doesn't trust.
Well, this is ongoing.
Shocking! Wow, yeah, she clearly does it.
Isadora, you watch like Coda years. It's like he seems pretty excited. Is he? You're seeing like his body movement shows one of like excitement and fear, kind of like if you were meeting someone after all this. I was like, oh my god! Like he's kind of trembling a smidge, but like it's from excitement, it's from fear. It's a whole lot of things. It's all very like erratic and like, oh my god! Like if like OMGing nefarious intent, it's lost in just the general OMGing.
Okay, like she'll say to the ring, he seems okay.
I thought so too,
Yeah,
but this is
Hey,
strange.
kid,
Like-
why is he fair?
I'll give you a rough.
Yeah, no, he produces a tiny bit of parchment and like a pen, and he's and he's like kind of holding. I was like starstruck eyes.
I take the pen from him and I like my
Anything
autograph.
else?
Sorry, go on in.
I was gonna ask can we see if there's anything else on a piece of paper?
Oh,
He's signing a contract.
Like he's signing away like his power of attorney or something.
no. The parchment is it's very small. It's kind of like out of an A5 notebook kind of thing. It's just like
Yeah. Okay.
Risbit draws like, oh yeah. Risbit draws like a picture of himself and
Oh, he can't write! Oh, God!
And he's just like, oh, so like you are the fabled. Oh my gosh! It's like
Kid, why is he fabled?
Yeah, like, have you heard of me?
Can I ask you just one piece of advice? And he kind of leans to the side, like pulls his cloak back, and you can see it looks like a really shitty sword, like definitely like a farmman's that's like hasn't been that fish in the attic. It's been there, like it's old great granddad's war blade. I'm trying to be like a fabled swordsman, so could you give me some advice? It's just I heard fight, and I just want what went through your mind when you killed my father in Dag?
Oh,
Oh.
Like,
shit.
it's a huge
Oh,
like
that's amazing. Aaron.
Oh my God!
His posture changes, and he stands upright. Any bit of like childful glee has completely dissipated, and he's like, "Name is Augustus Chambers, and you killed my father. Prepare to die with Saltview."
Good luck.
It's like, well, what went through your mind when you slew my father?
Parents that he slew.
Ah, so you're no better than him, I see.
You're no
Neither
better
are
than him
you.
either.
I'm merely avenging my father's death. I blind with us. Either
That's
you
exactly
or
what
the-
Risbit was doing.
That's two.
He goes to like slowly reach, not for the sword, but the other side. And you see him grab a very small hilt, and he pulls it out. And it's kind of like he's like speaking. It's like kind of like oddly shaped. And when he pulls it out, it is a piece of long, like kind of like a handle to a blade that's been jammed in the back of a skull in the cranium. And the skull looks kind of weathered, very like still kind of got that like high calcium, hasn't been like rotten for ages or anything. The jaw has still got bits of sinew and tendon on it, and he points it towards Riz, and he says, "I will claim your life from me, but your soul will go to my one true master, Baal, Lord of Murder."
Oh, for
What?
and it
Darren, I'd like to slap this child.
You can't because he's like 10 feet back from you. The skeleton mouth opens slowly. From this mouth, you see like as if out of thin air, because it pretty much is. This gargantuan protruding blade starts coming out, and after like a second or so, it's the way out. The teeth close, and it seems to be like this massive skull, like greatsword kind of thing.
That's cool.
And as that's finished, you see like bits of like bone materialize almost through this like illusion that you can now see dissipating. That was the cloak and leather armor and rusty farmhand's blade to show like kind of plate armor that is both intertwined with bone and sinew.
Just before we get into this, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, this is Risbit to him. If you're just doing all this, why did you even ask for my autograph?
It's like, oh, it's. I suppose There is a pleasure in deceiving before the kill, I'm afraid, Mr. Saltfield.
Okay, fair enough. Good luck. Have fun.
To put salt in the wound, his helmet that he is clearly wearing is that of a Minotaur's helm as well. It's got the wide-angled horns jutting up.
Guess I'm having two.
Roll initiative, friend.
Holy shit.
So this is just like call back the session. I can't believe Chambers had a child. This is fucking Frank Grimes Jr.
Look at me and Coda both rolling 8s.
This is just like, this is very fun. I'm really happy about this.
Guys, let me tell you how long I have wanted to deploy this bastard. And every time it was like, this is such an organic way to do it. We're in a great spot. And then he'd be like, sorry, man, I'm busy work. I can't play tonight. I'm like, that's fine.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, it's perfect that this is our 100th game. No, this is great.
It nearly happened on the road, actually. Amy pointed out you guys were all in seaming, so he wouldn't have noticed you.
Oh,
It ended up just being bandits.
Like
when you
we
guys...
were taking care of the arrows?
Yeah, when you were doing that. Remember the highwaymen that robbed you and came back a second time?
oh yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, that originally, yeah. Oh man, I've been wanting to do this. Where the hell is my pen gone?
I'm so happy. This is great. Plus, with the Twofer, we get to kill other Chambers, and we get to kill one of Ball's dudes. So, like, perfect.
Oh my god.
Oh, you've got special token art for him and everything.
That is cool.
He looks great.
Neil, he's not a child.
Yeah, how old is this guy, Darren? Before we feel too bad about him.
Oh
How
god,
old
no,
is he?
this dude's like late 30s. Like he's a fully grown motherfucker.
And he's willingly serving Ball, so he's a piece of shit. Like, it's
Well,
fine.
he's not any older.
Hey,
Yeah.
back off. Tessa is a delight, and she.
Tessa is not serving
mean,
Bal.
she's
Tessa
not
is
having
marrying
anything.
Bal. It's different.
Listen, she is better than Celeste, and probably better.
That's what you can say about her. She is better than
Yeah, I'll give her that much. She's better than Celeste.
Like she's just into necromancy. It's not that bad.
And also, I guess necrophilia, because Bal's like a skeleton.
Okay, they've made it weird.
Oh yeah, no, that's
You know,
the
it wasn't weird before.
It wasn't weird when she was like banging the god of murder who's a skeleton man.
Yeah, but I imagine that he does not have a skeleton body. if
That's
you
fair,
compare
he
to
probably
Nicholas.
doesn't. He's probably his what's his name
No,
again?
Nora, no.
No, oh no. Oh no.
I can't take it back. It's out there now.
No, it's not a case of it taking back. It's a literal skeleton. He's a skeleton. It's Bob. He's a skeleton.
Does Tessa know he's Bal the god of murder?
I don't know. We haven't talked to Tessa.
That's true.
pretty
Like,
much
I have no
about
idea if she knows or if she thinks he's just like Carl or whatever his name was.
it.
Carl the regular
Carl.
human man.
My surname is Man. My middle name is Hugh.
Darren,
Hello.
can I have a wish spell, please?
Fuck off. Code it. You're up.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the boss, Coda. What do we
I'm gonna shoot this boy. No. I think it
Coda,
should
should
be.
I hit this person with my hammer?
I really want Rizbit to like get a cool first move, so I'm gonna hold my action until Rizbit's gone. I think so. I'm gonna ready my gun to shoot.
Go.
No, okay,
Go.
fine. All right, fine. I'll just shoot him. Fine. I just wanted you to have a cool thing, but okay.
I'm in the lead again.
Both hit.
Oof, 14 damage. I do nothing else.
Ooh, one second.
I'm saving my fancy hits till I know what this guy can do. I'm kind of scared, so I'm just gonna hold off.
Cool. It's Augustus's go.
Well, here we
You
go.
see him hold. You see him hold the greatsword close to his head, and he utters a few words under his mouth, and you can't quite hear them,
Would it?
but you kind of you hear snippets, and it's definitely the same prayer Rizbit's often whispering under his breath before he sleeps.
Ooh.
Oh,
Paladin fight!
a vow of some sort. one
Vow
might
of
say.
enmity!
Woo!
I mean, even if he is like a super powerful Rizbit level paladin, there's 4 of us and 1 of him.
28 hits, guys.
Cool. Rizbit, you take a total of 13 necrotic damage. You have a Constitution saving throw.
You can indeed. Give me 2 seconds.
Sure thing, buddy.
This is so cool.
12.
Rizbit, this energy takes control of you.
Oh dear.
You feel weak. You can't hold that sword correctly. Any strength-based attacks and damage you do now is half.
Woo!
Oh god.
Oh, ball. Oh, ball. Esme, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna teleport behind him. I'm gonna stab him through the neck.
It's like that scene from Alien where Ripley has the thing.
Ah, yes.
Iconic scene.
The flame. The flamin'
$16.
misses.
25.
Hits.
Esme just says, "Ball, get out of this child and into my body."
No!
Shut up.
Turn
Ball
it into
is
my
so
Yes.
mouth.
much useful than Pelor.
Esme,
Ball
you
doesn't care
feel,
about the bleeding of the universe, and I feel like
Esme,
maybe
you
he's the
feel
right horse.
you feel a cold presence on your hip.
Good. My
Rizbit,
best.
you are ready to rock and roll it, my friend.
You know, if Valer's gonna take offense every time she talks shit, like, we're gonna be here a while.
Just give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries, bud.
Yeah, Neil, your special thing for the 100th is you're just gonna become a bowel murderer.
Okay.
Evils may.
So, I'm gonna do the same to him. I'm gonna do my Fair of Enmity.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna try and smack him twice. 22 and 29.
22 misses, 29 hits.
Jeez.
No,
22
as
misses.
the first swing is Rizbit's trying to connect it. Augustus like spins the blade with ease, almost like it's not even a great sword to him, and kind of like knocks Rizbit's maul to the left, kind of thing. With the 29.
I'm gonna add a level of smite to that as well.
Cool. At the end of go, you can repeat your saving throw.
Cool. So 8 of that is strength, and the rest is the great sword.
Rock and roll.
And repeat my save.
Yeah, repeat your save.
21.
Yeah, you feel this kind of like energy kind of leave your body.
Cool.
Is that
I'll be
all,
back
Ian?
in just 2 seconds. Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
everything.
no worries. Okay. Yeah, Isadora, you're up.
Sorry, what kind of armor is he wearing again?
Bony plate.
Now, does it just look like bone, or is it bone?
Oh, it is bone. It's got bits of bone and metal in it.
Well, if it has metal in it, then I'm going to cast heat metal anyway.
Rock and roll.
And I'm casting it at 3rd level. So that's 16 damage.
Nice. I'm
going to give Bardic Inspiration to Rizbit.
Okie dokie. Cool. Just remind Ian when he gets back.
Yeah.
Is that all? Is that all, Amy?
Uh,
Hey.
I'm going Ian, you have Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
I'm also gonna shuffle.
Sorry about that. My mom.
Yeah,
just
no, you're
came
fine.
back from her art
Oh,
exhibition.
the art? Yeah. How'd that go?
Good. They didn't mind paying us until Saturday.
Ooh,
Shit,
very
well
cool.
done.
Wow.
Congratulations, man.
It's real cool.
My sister had rung when I back from it looking for her, so I had to pass on the message.
Ah, that's fair. That's fair. And with that, Amy, if that is the end of your go, it is
Yep.
Coda's go.
Cool, yeah. This guy's scary. I'm gonna break out some big moves. So I'm gonna spend 2 grit points to get 2 sharpshooter with advantage. Whew.
19 hits.
Okay. Sorry, my roll 20's being really slow. I'm rolling, it's just taking forever. Ooh, 16 damage.
1 second. Is
Sorry, my thing's breaking up a bit, but yeah, that's the end of my turn.
that all? Cool.
I think it's breaking up on my.
Sorry, yeah, no, I broke up there for a second. Is that all?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. 1 second. Cool. It's his turn. You hear him chant a minor incantation. You know it to be some sort of like anti-magic spell, and you see heat metal just shuts off.
Ooh.
I hold on. Let me 1 second.
Bet he gets like advantage on his wisdom saves just to annoy you, Amy.
Yeah, probably.
Cool. All right. And as his bonus action, he essentially starts to utter a different little prayer. Everyone within which all of you are, because you're within 30 feet of him, can I have a wisdom saving throw?
How close do you have to be to Risbit to get a bonus?
10 feet. And
How,
plus
plus 2?
If you're immune to frightened, you don't have to make the roll.
Ugh, even with my plus 2, that's a 8.
Is Risbit to fear yet?
Nope.
When do you get that?
Not sure, actually.
I bet it's next level.
Probably.
Esme, you are not frightened.
Oh!
Everybody else is.
Yay.
So what does that? We have disadvantage on attacks against him?
You have to use action to. I believe it's dash. Hold on, I'll triple check.
Our reaction or our action? Yeah, Esme, you're gonna have to tank now because we're all running
Yeah.
away.
My saves are not good today.
Okay, so like the result of that is that you must move away and be over 30 feet to meet the save. Until then, you can't willingly go near this individual. You have to move away from it on turn, and all attacks against the creature that you are frightened have disadvantage.
And do we run away right away or on our turn?
Oh, you have disadvantage on all ability checks and all attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight or within range.
But do we wait on now or on our turns?
Oh no, yeah, you run away now. Yeah. So you must use your reaction to move your speed away.
And it has to be 30 feet.
No, you have to like constantly move away, but after 30 feet, you can repeat the save.
Okay.
And that is all. Okay. Good old Bodhi. And with that, it is Esme's go.
Yeah, Esme is 100% ready to smack someone. I'm gonna try to incite fighting him. So deception versus my insight. Back. She's going to just attack. She's got a shit talk.
That's a free action.
Nice to see that you've gone for the god of murder. Because of murder. I went for the god of life because I have no life. You know, it works out.
He looks at Esme and he's like, "Ooh, a self burn. Those are rare."
I'm mostly just trying to distract you.
Risbet, is your go.
So to move at least.
You have to move
And then I can-
at least 30 feet away, and at the end of that turn, you may repeat the same.
Cool.
Can Risbet move 30 feet?
I am now 35 feet away. So just for this as well, I'm going to put on my mask. And then I'm going to finish my turn, so I'll do my save.
Cool.
Can I add Bardic Inspiration to this?
Yes.
And is it a D6 or D8?
D8.
Perfect. Thank you. Oi.
The fear does not leave your eyes, Risbet. Risbet's past actions come back to haunt him and weigh heavily on his little mind.
Feel your sins crawling on your back.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
Is that all, Ian?
That is everything.
Isadora.
Now, the thing is, if I move now, I'm gonna go off the map.
Alright.
So-
Is there not? Oh. Are you 30? You're over 30 feet.
Oh, so I don't have to keep moving.
No.
Oh, okay. Can he make a wisdom save? Let's see how this fucking goes now.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me consult this nerd's stats.
He has a -1, and he'll get a nat 20 every time. Oh, thank God. Okay, he falls victim to Tasha's hideous laughter and is incapacitated and prone. And I'm going to make that my wisdom save to get out of the fright. Boom.
Nice. Coda, you're up.
Okay, so I'm already 30 feet away, so I'm gonna reload my gun and then make my wisdom save, because I don't think I'm gonna hit him with disadvantage and I might misfire. So I'll just make my wisdom save.
Alright.
$21.
Yep. You are no longer the thingy. And he's incapacitated for the round, is it, Amy? Does he repeat a save?
He's incapacitated until he makes a save, yeah. So the end of each turn he can make another save.
Ooh. It is Esme's go.
One sec, I just need to check something.
If he's incapacitated, do we have advantage or anything?
I think that's how it works. But he's prone and you're ranged, so.
No, when a creature is incapacitated, he just can't take actions or reactions on his turn. That is all.
Okay.
Okay.
When did he go prone?
I hit him with Tasha's hideous laughter.
Oh, that makes him prone as well.
Yeah.
Yep, cool. I'm going to try to stab him.
You have advantage as he is prone. Hits and hits.
Cool. Because I have advantage, I get sneak attack.
Oh yeah.
Roll some damage. I was trying to figure out if I do have a sneak attack, and I was like, yes. The basic one is if you have it.
Mhm.
Do you get sneak on both your hats? Hits.
Nope.
Just one.
I guess once
Indeed.
you've stabbed him once, he knows you're there.
Yeah, but it's even just that idea of like, to play a rogue well, you need to be giving yourself advantage and giving yourself sneak, and that's kind of what you need to be figuring out. 34 damage.
Nice.
That's all radiant slashing.
Rock and roll. Is that all, Esme?
Is it a free action to put my foot on his face?
I mean, you can, but it will offer you no advantage nor.
Oh no! It's more just it's fully like an aesthetic thing of she's just smushing his face with her foot.
As you do it, he grins.
He's
Risbeth-
into it.
Oh, he is
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Rizzy Bomb busy.
My turn. So yeah, I reckon I'll just stay where I am and try and save the fearless thing again.
Okay.
Come on, this time. Christ.
Risbeth, your sins haunt you some more. Isadora.
Yeah, he's still down, is he?
He is indeed lying down.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll cast heat metal again. Oh, no, I can't. Because they're both concentration. I'll just... Well, I'll give inspiration to Risbeth again, and can he make another wisdom?
Yep.
Cool, I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery and tell him he is just as bad as the person he is trying to kill, and he's even worse because he knows exactly the kind of man his father was, and you're a piece of shit. So...
Just devastate him emotionally for your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that looks like
That's what Vicious Mockery is!
It's literally all gonna laugh at you from Carrie. They're all gonna laugh at you, and then they are.
And then, oh shit, they actually are.
Is that all, Isadora?
Yes.
Can everyone make a wisdom throw, please?
Ooh.
Cohen is
Incapacitated.
Because of how bad my rolls are, I'm going to add bardic inspiration to this.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, Jenkins' son. Yeah, we gotta get him in here.
Hey!
Isadora
nice.
Tanner.
Yeah, hi.
You take 1 psychic damage as you all witness from above in the sky. Well, not above in the sky, but floating over Augustus is this gargantuan, almost colossal, reddish clay color, like gloopy, dripping skeletal hand, and it just has 1 finger out. It just grabs literally, like if it squashed down, it would like crush everyone fighting. He just like grabs a hold of like the singular bony finger, and it just pulls him up off the ground, and you hear like this rattling skeletal laugh as like all of the effects that were just on him dissipate.
Oh.
Esme just screams, "I hate you so much."
Coda. Sorry, I apologize. Amy, was that all you were doing in your turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Coda, you're up.
Okay, I want to point my gun at him, not move, and then hold my action until he stands up, and then I'm gonna fire 2 shots at him. Is that a thing I can do?
I mean, he's actually standing.
Oh, he's
the action
standing?
Was,
Yeah, the hand.
yeah,
lifted him up.
he held on to this gargantuan.
Oh, it pulled up. Okay, cool. Well, if he's
Pulled him up.
standing, yeah, then I'm just gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
So
rock and
first
roll.
one with advantage, second one without, because I only have 1 grid point left. Uh, 15 misses, I assume, yeah.
15 does.
That is
Did I mishear?
22
Did
damage.
hand like disappear, or is it still there?
Oh no, it disappeared after it did that. Sorry, that was my. That was
Yeah, no, that's what I figured. But then, Esme's yelling at me.
Yeah, 22 damage. I will action surge and shoot him twice more regular bullets.
Oh. 23 hits. Hey, you had your chance to be the fucking firebomby guys of Urian. You could have
That's
joined
Failor's
this.
job. So that's a total of 30 damage this round.
Rock and roll. Yeah, no, he's bleeding out of holes that you have made in his armor with bullets. It is his go, and he doth look at Esme.
Esme says, "Suck my dick."
And he's like, gladly.
Go on then. We can go back to my room. I'm done. Vor me with your vor sword, daddy.
Please stop.
Yeah, but that's why we're all the way over here.
I don't care.
Hey, I'd be over there if I could be.
I know. This sucks. You're not getting to fight your own fight.
Did 22 and 18 hit, Neil?
Yeah, they will hit.
As the 18 comes down on you, you see his sword glow as if emanating a necrotic smite.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
he's gonna
what
bore
up?
you with his vor sword.
And he didn't crit me with his war sword, so whatever.
Esme, you take 48 necrotic damage.
I use my
Oh.
reaction to uncanny dodge.
Nice.
Like that.
You see a spectral crown float above his head. Golden and equally clay-like. Esme, a wisdom save, if you will.
Dick off.
Why is it clay-like? What's
I'm
the connection
sorry,
of
you
clay?
wanted him all over your dick, so now it's happening. Esme, you're opening your mouth to issue another order involving his and most likely your penis. And you see from the air itself manifesting bits of iron, and they spike into Esme's head as a crown.
Bitch, I'm gonna kill him.
Honestly, Esme's probably saner now than she was.
I mean,
Esme,
So
you feel compelled to follow the order of a spectral clay-like reddish, like bony finger hand thing. It's own like 4 arms to the hand and fingers that only you can perceive, and it's pointing right at Izzy and making like really like cartoonish like stabby swishes and noises. And you feel compelled to walk over there and stab her on your external. Oh, would you look at that as your go, Esme?
So I just have a question.
You shoot. I will.
Is the hand aware of the fact that I could shoot Izzy from where I am?
It is. I believe the rules of the spell is that it's a melee.
Yeah,
if
it
it's
is.
Crown of Madness, then it's melee.
Yeah, it's Crown of Madness. It's a it's a singular melee attack, regardless of stats, abilities, and/or items.
Well, hate to be you, Izzy.
Esme, you may roll.
nope. My God.
Yeah, I was like, will I have to add sneak attack to this? Because
Oh, you
No.
Well, technically right now Risbit's not your ally.
True.
Darren, have we seen this
Anyway.
clay aesthetic on Ball stuff before, or is this new?
All new, baby. You can repeat your save, I believe, Neil. Yes, the crown dissipates, the hand disappears, and Esme, you hear a rattling skeletal laugh in your ears.
Esme repeats. Esme looks is dead in the eyes as she repeats. It's like, come get inside me, Bal. And that's she just says it.
I honestly
Deadpan.
don't know why you were going to repeat "suck my dick." And I was like, why would you say that to Izzy?
But
Even
no.
when she says that, Isidore looks Esme straight back in the eye and just shrugs. Like,
Esme also apologizes for trying to stab me. Like,
it's
that was
fine. Like, it's not the first time it's happened. Don't worry.
Risbit, go, friend.
No, it's,
Who's- yeah.
it's not the first time someone in the party has attacked Isidore.
That's
I raised my
true.
hand.
I'm just gonna try and save this thing again.
Yep, that's
Poor
fair.
Risbit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Risbit, you feel content with your actions as the fear subsides, and you grip that hammer oh so sure now.
Excellent.
No, thank Ball, Neil. Thank Ball.
No, boys, we're in this problem.
Darren, how many blasphemies against the Shroud would it take to get the Shroudly boy involved in the fight versus the Baal boy?
Like,
Balin?
you're literally like about an hour's walk from the lad's gaff.
I mean, he can turn to dust. He can.
He
probably
can,
teleport.
he can teleport, but he has no reason to. Isadora, you're up.
I am going to. Yeah. I'm going to play a majestic anthem so everybody gets.
What was the name of that girl that David was supposed to be fancying? Greta?
8 temporary hit points.
Ooh, nice one, Amy. Nice.
Yeah, she like dumped him because he's blue, I guess, maybe.
Teenage drama.
Yeah, also because he's blue.
He literally told her to get out of the city. Like, she wasn't wrong.
It wasn't that it was like, get out of the city, Greta. It was like, hey, if you stay here, you might die. That's a shame. We should try be more tactical. And she was like, no. And he's like, I'm married to the job. Just
But now he's kissing boys. He's confusing.
People can be both.
yeah. Fuck you, Neil. Right?
Yeah.
Get out my face. Get out my face. Fuck you. Esme explode. No, is that always? No. In all this, let's get back to the real stuff, which is monsters and probably. If Colin,
Yes.
Coda, you're up. Bud.
Cool. Reload and then one shot.
Nice. 19 strikes.
Hey, thank you, buddy.
Nice.
25.
Nice. No.
He will just be like, Salt Fool! And kind of runs and like does that like over like catching slam attack with the big two-handed sword in Dark Souls. If you ever sprint and attack, if anyone's ever seen that animation, probably not. So Risbit, I'm gonna. Oh, nice.
I also
Two attacks
have.
coming out.
At least he solved the problem of like you getting to him now. You can just wail on him.
Whoops, sorry. Let's put him in the right square.
He's on top of you.
I rolled. Just gonna say, don't you have advantage?
No, because he changed vows to the vow of fury hate thingy.
Oh, okay.
That's why he kept his distance while he had that on.
Yeah, the 25 hits.
25 hits, cool. Risbit, you take a total of 14 necrotic damage.
14.
14, yeah.
Cool.
How did he never mind. Esme, you're up, buddy.
No, I keep stabbing this dick.
That doesn't very that doesn't sound like a nice thing to do to a dick.
If 15 doesn't, 20 does.
Correct.
Ten damage. I'm gonna stand the other side of him. And then be angry.
I would like to use my free action to be angry. That Esme, so that means we're at dearest Risbit.
Kick
Yay.
his ass.
So I'm gonna try and hit him twice.
Can roll, buddy.
Oi. 18.
The 18 swinging down, and he just like clatters it with his blade and moves it wide. I'm sorry.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm doing terribly on rolls today.
You had a whole existential crisis. It's okay.
True.
Next turn, buddy. Next turn.
It's just like I gotta walk it off. Isadora, if that's all you want to do, Ian, it's Isadora's.
I cast heat metal again.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah. 11 damage. And that's it.
Cool, cool, cool. Coda, I believe it is your go now.
Cool. 2 shots.
Both hit.
16 damage.
Rock and roll. This dude's bleeding pretty heavy. Dearest Isadora, you're gonna get booped.
Question. I don't wanna.
This is what I said.
That was it.
Okay, so a lot of things are gonna happen here.
Isadora, you canny dodge.
Okay, sure.
I am
Let me
equipped.
just-
Use your battle master feat.
Let me
Isadora-
just get my shield and my
Isadora.
head
Hellish
armor
rebuke
thing.
him. Hellish rebuke him, maybe.
Cool. Cool. Darren,
Isadora,
get my shit up.
yes. Isadora, you take a total of 28 necrotic damage. You a small bit of extra as his blade glowed as it came down, and then you will make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Strength.
You take a total of 4 thunder damage.
Ooh.
Fancy. Risby, you should totally
Thunderous
steal his
Smite.
evil sword.
Ooh, Isadora is
Delicious.
not knocked back.
Yes.
He continues to burn, I believe. Amy, you have to roll damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, also, can you roll con to keep that spell going? Because you just got.
I will do that first.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Because you're right. I should have absolutely.
How much damage did you take?
Total of 32.
But it was like the second time I've been hit, and the first time.
But you
was,
have
like,
to
that
take.
much
You have to
psychic
beat
damage.
16 then with your save.
Is it what it
It's
is?
I thought it was half the
it's
damage, right?
If it's either beat 10, and if the half the damage is more than 10, it's you have to beat that.
Okay. So con.
Esme getting all existential over here. She's just standing behind this guy, like, so what is death?
I'm here like not now. Like we can philosophize later.
Nice. The spell sustains. Amy, well done.
Cool. Let's burn his ass. 13 damage.
Nice, nice, nice. Coda, you're up.
I just went. Is it not someone else's turn? That was that dude's turn. I usually go after Izzy.
I was looking at Izzy because Izzy made the save. My apologies.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Esme, you're up.
I'm gonna try and stab him in the back.
Ooh.
Both hit. Oh yeah, no, this dude's looking pretty. The bones are the armor is a mixture of plate, well, warp at this point melting gloopy metal, as and the bones are becoming like black and charred from the heat and the metal and the heat metal, and also blood on top of his, pretty much everywhere. His like helmet that is like a minotaur, much like Risbit's, like blood is coming out of everything. This dude looks pretty much hooked. I mean, it's a case of they don't get the same sensation as the others. It's more just like necrotic is like death pains, I guess, for
So it'd be a
Warforged,
different
it's like
kind of
rusting.
death pain, yeah.
Yeah.
Like just for flavor.
And with that is Risbit's go, if that's all you're doing.
I'm assuming seeing his news quiet. That he was doing. All right. Let's try and do this again.
Finish him.
Before I actually get into this, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him. So if I do hit, I do extra damage.
Nice.
And now I'm going to try and hit. Hey!
Oh,
Nice.
Avoiding
nice.
that one. I just need to check how many level 3 spell slots I have because I can't remember. I've already used one. I'm going to use level 3 and level 2 smite.
Kick him into the sun and then steal his cool sword.
No, we're binning that.
Oh yeah, that's probably super evil.
That's a death. 53 damage, Darren.
Rizbit swings low, crushing him into his knee, and like you hear a massive crack and pop. It's both the bone of the armor and the bone that belongs to this individual himself. He goes down on one knee, and kind of like he's essentially eye level, I suppose, with Rizbit. When he goes down on the one knee, you can see the bones protruding, and he's like groaning. And Rizbit like swings low and kind of like uppercuts with that hammer. And just before it connects, you hear a familiar voice just ring out across the sky of Ball being like, yes! And as this dude's like, his jaw goes into his skull, and that skull goes into the Minotaur skull, and it just like, you hear like the biggest crack as his head just like snaps back and dangles as if the spine is just not in the equation, and he just slumps back. Actually, he kind of bumps into Esme doing this. They kind of like I know Esme is kind of beefy, but it's like a dude with lots of bones and metal in his armor that's kind of technically still a bit on fire. So she's like, and it kind of like just slaps down into the ground. Oh yes,
Darren, does the
Okay.
sword go back into the skull?
the sword lies on the ground, the armor does, and you just hear a faint. I can't do it because I have to hold down Alt, but a very sarcastic like clapping kind of coming from behind you all.
I turn. Who is there?
You see, dearest Carl. You know. Oddly enough, guys, for some reason, Tessa's husband from the dinner. Is suddenly here.
Oh weird! Why is he here?
His man just turns like, oh hi, Carl.
Hi, Carl. How's your sex life?
How's doing it with my sister, Carl?
He's like, very good, Fred, very good. And he's just slowly walking towards the party, clapping.
I hate you. I hate you so much. Like, I don't know what happens when a god dies, but I hope whatever happens to you is the worst.
He's like, oh, come now, Esme. You know we can't.
Possible. I don't care. Just of my eternal life or ish life, figure to kill you. I will raise
Neil
this
going
entire
robot?
Yeah, he's going
Yeah.
crazy for me. Yeah.
It's because I'm angry.
It kind of condensed and sped up all your ranting into one chunk. So it was like, and it's like, I like to think Esme did that. She kind of like,
Just
Oh, yeah.
exploded.
Oh, yeah.
You seem clear now. Just go again.
Long story short, I'm willing to destroy all of Erethdor just to destroy him.
it's like, oh, Esme, do you ever wonder what could have changed had you picked up my dearest little toys in the sewers? So
I
long
do.
ago?
I'm honestly, if someone else had been there, kind of anybody else, I probably would have joined you. But no, it was my friends who I do care about a lot.
Oh, you're no fun. And he kind of does that, like, like runs a finger along Esme's cheek and like kind of like pushes her head. Kind of like, it's like, that like fake playful where it's kind of forced, like kind of like,
Can I headbutt him?
you can. It would be an improvised strength-based attack. But
Oh yeah. Oh, you could just say I miss. We can do whatever. I'm just saying.
Oh no,
that's
I'm
her.
saying roll to hit, buddy. Roll.
Principle of the thing.
So is it just strength?
Yeah, strength without proficiency.
Oh yeah, I don't have. Oh, Esme, why?
Esme goes to do it, and he just kept like steps forward because he's clearly still about to speak. The man of the hour, Jim Risbet, taking lives so passionately. Tell me, Risbet, do you enjoy this line of work?
Sometimes I don't.
It's like I think me and you got a good deal, you know. It's like you seem to enjoy killing. I enjoy killing. See, it's a match made in heaven.
You want me to kill you?
Oh no, I want you to kill for me, darling.
Oh no. I don't care so much.
God, fun. And he kind of like approaches Augustus's corpse and kind of like places a hand on his chest. He's like, "Oh, what a shame! Not that I had much vote of confidence. He was kind of a sibling little brat, and I just kind of gave him a few toys, hope he'd do something. But lo and behold, and he kind of pokes at his chest, and you see he like rips up, like a spectral Augustus out of it, and he's like, "We'll torture you later." And like Augustus starts to scream, and like a pillar of flame comes up behind Augustus and engulfs him, and like he gets sucked away. And as this is happening, you see Baal's shapes changes, and you see this like skeletal form with big, huge, gargantuan skeletal wings, and it's that clay reddish kind of color, and it's like droopy and bleeding, and just like big, like handfuls of this like thick, gloopy clay blood is just dripping onto the ground, not staying, mind you. And you see this like kind of spectral, like golden crown just turning over his head, and he's like, Esme, me and your sister do it in front of the torturing souls.
Well,
It was her idea. She's a freak, Esme. Absolute nutcase.
Well,
Don't know where you got her.
Oh, what the hell? I thought Tessa was the potentially least objectionable person. But yet again, I have been proved wrong. And in fact, she is worse than a necromancer. She's a freak.
Oh,
Why
she is.
Why could you have taken Celeste? No one likes Celeste.
This is so boring. She's so vanilla, dog. This is not my taste.
Yeah, well, listen, you're not wrong. She's a boring person. I believe I once referred to her as a perennial +1 as. But like, wow, I hate you. Like, I don't think you understand how, like, if Pelor could fuel my hate into pure magical energy, as though I was casting
still
burning
clinging
hands.
to that little dead god, are you?
Stop telling me my god is dead. I need to not think that, or I'll be
have
punished.
you ever spoken to dearest Pelor?
I spoke to his mate.
Curious, not. Always a middleman, never himself. It's very curious. Oh, I can't say much, I'll get in trouble, you know.
Was great. You're the seriously, like, I don't know. Does joy bring you pain? Like, I will literally bring so much joy to the world. If it will cause you pain, I don't know what. I will kill my own sister just to see you cry.
You would kill my bride?
Yeah,
That's
like
very rude.
I'd use Test's femur to beat the shit out of Tessa, solely to see you potentially cry. In
No, you
fact,
see,
it's getting to the point that I'd sacrifice nearly any town in this country just to even.
would you sacrifice him? And like a big bony finger like pokes Risbet in the cheek. It's like him.
No, because I like.
Stop
Slap the finger away.
Just bite it.
It's like when Neo deflects, Smith in the Matrix. Risbet's like, get away, and he's just like, knocking at Risbet. He's like, he's like, you missed the point, Esme. I am happy with life is about because I know it eventually dies. I'm happy when things die because I get to play with. It's literally win-win. Risbet, dear, darling, dear. You sure you don't want to? I can give you a sword like that. You want a sword like that? It's much better than. Oh, you don't have a sword, don't you? Oh, don't you some Risbet?
Aaron, I'd like to stab Baal, please.
You may indeed roll. You can certainly try.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. I just gotta start trying to get rid of him.
Yeah, no, Esme misses.
I know.
It's like Risbet like I'm just saying, you're a man who loves swords and don't have one. I could give you a sword. Give you two, do you want 2 swords? I could give you gauntlets that could let you hold 2 great swords at once. You could dual wield. You see any nerds like Esme doing something like that? I don't.
Like I said, I'm not a sword for hire, so go away.
I mean, that's literally what got you on this path, dear. But let's not spare, shall we? Icarus.
You don't have any
Isadora,
hair.
Either do you.
What?
Flicks your hair. He does that whole like. Esme's hair just disappears.
Lie down.
It's like, Isadora, it's always a delight to see you. Are you coming to the wedding?
Fuck off.
I mean, yes. Icarus' wedding? Yes,
I'm not usually a man for strong language, but fuck off.
I mean, more champagne for me, darlings. To the pimp!
I hope everyone dies at your wedding.
That's the point!
I hope the priest pronounces your name wrong.
Yeah, ball kind of zips and just dissipates, and all that's left in the ground is a now cold, complete ice cold, has maybe dead for ages, kind of cold corpse that is Augustus Chambers, and 2 skeletal footprints that have that kind of reddish clay look to them. But yeah, no, wedding is literally, I now pronounce you man or a husband and wife, and they're both going to turn around with swords, kill everything in the room.
We should definitely go to that wedding. Sounds fun.
As is invited.
As Coda says that.
No, I didn't say that in character. Sorry, but
Okay, well, after that beat, you hear Ball behind the party again, and he's like, "I say, murder!" Ah! And you see 2 watch guards be like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "Someone's been murdered!" And he disappears. As skeletal kind of cackle kind of rattles off the alleyways of Orion.
Officers, thank God you're here. We found this body on the ground. It's freezing. I have no idea how long it's been here.
Deception check.
Yeah.
One of them's like, "I don't know, Stephen, it's got crushy and he's got a big crushy thing in his hands." And
it's also ice cold.
You're also mind flayers.
There's also that.
What was that, madam?
Darren, does Esme have hair? I'm really into it if she doesn't. I'm actually super into it.
I can't wait to draw
Anything is going to
Furiosa
push her
Esme.
over, it's not.
Yeah, no. Esme literally has a buzz cut now.
Yeah, so this is about to get the worst it could get. And Esme just stands up and she says, "I used to have beautiful hair. I used to have beautiful yellow hair. And now, look at me. Do you think I'm capable of murder? I'm just sad."
As Esme's saying this, and they're kind of processing what Esme says, "Oh no, that's true. Yeah, no, that woman looks like she hurting, and you couldn't possibly have done it." And that's cool. Oh, so how did you find this body?
We just came across it. It's lying right here.
In the middle of the street. How did nobody see this? And the other guard is like, "Why are you asking me?" We've been patrolling all day together. I've literally been here.
Yeah, why didn't you notice it?
It seems like it's been here for hours.
Yeah, we patrol on the east side, and this is the west side. It's actually reversed that. This is the east side, technically. It's we patrol on the west side, this is the east side. We were just coming back to HQ.
Well, who's supposed to be patrolling here?
Oh, Jim? Fuck Jim. Fucking Jim. Leaving bodies. Oh, man.
God damn it, Jim.
I don't know, man. You think after the 4th or 5th time, slap him on...
Do you think there should be
a
3-strike system? Yeah, I think so, yes.
It's okay, folks, go on your way. We'll clean up this mess. And they're just ushering you guys.
Officers.
As we walk towards the HQ, Esme says, without it, he was like, "Do you think if I joined Orion together, we would have enough power to destroy Bal?"
I don't think she'd let you get to that point before
I don't
trying
know.
to...
I think if I sign on, he might actually keep me.
Yeah, but why would she keep you as a free-willed person who wants to go do her own thing with her power?
Because I'm innovative and entrepreneurial. These are skills that are very relevant in today's workplace. Esme also produces the rod of Pelor, and she says, Pelor,
I
if you are
have
not a dead rod,
transferable
blink this rod
skills!
twice.
There was a lot
Literally.
there.
Esme produces the rod of Pelor and just says, Pelor, if you are not dead, blink this rod twice.
There's a 2-second delay and the rod glows.
I'm not sure if this indicates an answer. It's glowing. Did you blink? Are you alive? God, I hate this.
I'm still very distracted by the thought of the things he said about your sister. It's really quite upsetting.
I don't care. She's dead to me now. Like,
I meant just them doing sex acts in front of corpses and things. It's really
and potential murder.
Doing the sex.
and potential
Look,
murder. I thought
as
she
long
was
as
the
they keep
more
it in
normal
Uriel.
one.
There's no one left in your area that I care about. That entire city can sink into the foulest pits of hell.
Richmond looks into the camera like he's on the office. He's like, now she gets on board. No,
Oh my god.
I mean, so yeah, you guys are having this chat as you enter the. Well, you stand outside the City Watch HQ.
Before we walk in there, what's our game plan? Like, how are we going to approach this? Also, how's everyone feeling?
I'm very
No,
sad.
not emotionally, not emotionally.
I'm sad and bald.
No, physically. We can't go into emotions right now. There's no time.
Nobody ever.
Out
asked
of
me how
character,
I
I'm on
feel.
more than my max HP, so I'm fine.
I'm on a little over half, I think.
I'm on 30.
I'm just 27 down. 27. So I can
I'm
heal
going-
myself with the enhance if you need it.
Yeah, okay, so I'll cast Cure Wounds. If you're okay with that, I'll cast
Ye-
Cure Wounds on Esme and probably myself.
You cure my physical wounds, but what about this emotional torment?
That's your problem. Hold still.
Dear Pelor, earn your
As you
rod
guys are
in
like,
baseball bat.
as you guys are having this conversation, you just hear like, "Imagine yourself there now, yeah." And those two guards that you passed are like carrying this like corpse into the City Watch HQ.
Good luck, lad.
They're like, gosh, no, it's a small city. It's just past those people. It's like their voices just like get quieter and quieter as they carry this body.
Oh, for God's sake.
Thank you. This is
No,
more than I-
take that one and I'll cast another one on you. Because fuck that. Okay, there, better. That's for you.
Thank you.
Into the ring, I'm kind of like, how much do we divulge to these people? We don't know who's a person and who's covered in tentacles deep down inside.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, what's our plan if we're here?
How did we do it the last time? We kind of just walked in and then got into a fight.
I wasn't.
Walked in and literally did not explain yourselves at all when we had no reason to suspect that man.
Oh,
You just came in and started demanding answers.
No. He stole the giant eye. So we were like, "You're a criminal," and then he was like, "No, I'm not."
Yeah, but you literally didn't even explain why you were there. You didn't even explain to him what his crime was. You said, "You're a criminal," and then there was a fight.
Stone.
But you didn't even say why you barged into his office before you even saw this. Never mind. I don't care. It's done.
But then he said I'm a Mindflayer.
I mean,
We'll
we
go
weren't
in.
there. We'll take your word for it.
Why don't we go in asking about the food trucks? So go in and say, "This is like, was there a guard who was involved in overseeing that happening?" Because we know that we can't ask the mayor anymore because they've seemingly disappeared. But like, basically put them on the hot foot of like, does anybody know anything about that? And then I don't know how everyone else is feeling, but a dagger in each hand, pinning his hands to the table, and then get talking, I think we'll be fine.
I think if we ask the right questions, they'll reveal themselves, I suppose.
Yeah, let's not like jump straight to torture.
I'm gonna make my mind extra succulent and seduce them out of their their fleshy bodies into their tent bodies.
We should have asked Miriam. Damn it! We should have asked Miriam if there's any way she could have like dispelled the disguises she made. Oh well.
Yeah, but you've already got a shaved head. You're just like you're just presenting your brain to them.
Do you enter?
Yeah. Because I'm in
As you walk
charge.
in- Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll break down 2 seconds as well. By the way. Right. So as you guys walk in, the City Watch lobby area doesn't seem particularly busier than usual. You see a few City Watchmen rolling around. The employees going about. As you walk in, a very tall, about 8.5 feet tall, Firbolg, behind the counter, like sees you enter and is like, "Oh hey, can I be of assistance?"
Cody, you're in charge.
Yeah,
Oh,
Cody.
God.
He's got like short ginger hair with like bits of green and such through it. It's big, huge like mutton chops that kind of go down a bit too far. And it's just kind of like has a pipe, and this whole area kind of smells a bit like smoke. Well, it smells like smoke and something.
Good morning, sir. We were wondering who might we talk to about the food trucks that have been coming in and out of town. We were going to speak to the mayor, but he's
you're like
not around.
a demon dude, man.
Try not to hold it against me. So we were going to speak to the mayor,
No
but
judgment here, buddy. We're all, just be, man. That's my philosophy. You're asking about food, man? This is a City Watch HQ, dude.
yes, well, see, we went to the mayor's office, but he is either indisposed or I don't know. There's no way to speak to him. I'm not sure what happened. But is there someone here we could speak to?
Can I have a deception check on that little part with the mayor? It's like, far out, man. It's radical. And he's like looking at everyone over, like, oh, nice.
Nice.
He's like, oh, the mayor's not around. That's not cool at all. Why are you asking about food trucks, man?
Out of character, what were we going to ask about food trucks?
We were trying to find out who was in charge of them, in the hopes that like that would lead us to people who would direct understand.
But like, what's our fiction of why we're asking about food trucks?
Because we want to know where the food is and why it's not coming in anymore. Because
Oh,
we know
yeah.
it's out of commission.
No, we just heard someone we overheard someone talking, saying that the food trucks had stopped. We're just wondering. We're just looking to help and wondering who we might speak to, who's in charge of that.
He's like nodding and puffing on the pipe as like Coda talks. It's like psychedelic, man. That's cool. Well, I think like the chief is in charge of those things, but he's not like here today. So like I'm in charge. Well, I'm not in charge. I'm in charge of this area. And he like kind of runs his hand along the desk a little bit. He's like, so any questions you get for him, you gotta have for me. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I have a question for the chief that you can answer.
Sure thing, friend.
100%. Where's the chief?
I don't know, man. I work the front desk here. I like work at his house. I was told he's sick.
Oh my God, where's his house?
It's like I can't just give you the address of the chief of the watch. That's unethical, man. Don't be. Why are you coming in here with these kind of negative vibes? We're friends.
Aaron, did this man give us his name?
Nope.
Officer. Look, I'm gonna level.
He's like, hold your horses there, ethereal being. My name's Nanu. Okay, just relax.
Did you just say your name's Nanu?
Nanu, Nanoo. When Esme kind
That's
of
the
starts
cutest name ever.
I gotta level with you, Officer Nan. We are pretty impressed people.
Really? It's like, you got a dog, dude? I'm smelling like
No.
fur or something.
I'm a werewolf.
Oh, whoa, that's kind of a private thing to dive on. Thank you for
Esme
trusting
turns
me.
into a werewolf.
He's like, whoa, hold your, whoa, that's out there, but like other people could be upset, and he like points around to the other officers who have like no emotional reaction to the situation.
Yeah, Jesus, like, Officer Nadu.
He's like, oh, you're, are you here for the meetings?
Yes, 100%.
Oh, that's rock and roll, sis. I get you. No, I know it's not an easy thing to like, adjust to city life when you've been out there being a aware
one of those
folk.
meetings. No, I'm perfectly out of addictions and my problems.
He's like, hold on there, sister, and he's like rummaging around under the press and pulls out like a pamphlet that says like, it's like, like primal child anonymous, and it's like, like making the adjustment from wildlife to city life. So how to stay away from like on the front of the leaflet's all like how to stay away from like drug and drink. And he's like I've put up a front myself, sis. It's cool. It's no shame getting help. It's cool. You take that and you come along, okay?
They make a mental note to send this to Celeste with a small sticky note that just reads, haha, because you're a bitch. And I'm going to do that. Esme's just like, no, look, I'm going to level with you. We think the chief of police is in danger. We need to go and help him. But if we tell everybody, I can only trust you right now, Nanu. Do you understand that? Like, we like, and she like keeps putting her hand between the two of them. It's like, we're the only ones who can stop an incredible crime happening. So I need you to help me find a man whose life I'm meant to save.
Can I have a deception check, please?
Yeah, sure.
As Esme's saying this, like a tall elf, kind of looks maybe like a half drow, a half elf, but like on the drow side, more so than say traditionally like a wood elf or high elf kind of family, trees. And it's just he walks over and he's like, "Oh, Nanu, about that organization you run," and he's like, "Oh, hey Jerry, what's up, man?" And he's like, "Oh, did you get a chance to fill out that small questionnaire we gave you?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, like I'm not smart. Like, why are you asking me to fill out all this weird intellectual stuff? I'm not. That's not my vibe." And they're like, "Oh no, not filling out's a good response too. Hey, where do you and your other like-minded friends hang out for that small gathering?" And he's like, "Oh, there is excuse me, madam, sorry." He like leans to me as he says that, and he like leans and he's just like, "Can't you I'm with a member of the public? It's rude, man. You gotta respect the badge," he says, tapping his chest, which doesn't have a badge. And like everyone else is wearing like their pro attire. This dude's like put together. What was that, Neil?
Is he even in a uniform? Is he even actually a cop?
Oh no, he's in the uniform, but it's like the shirt is buttoned down a bit and like the sleeves are rolled up and like that sort of thing. What was that question, Neil?
Is he the guy from Inherent Vice?
Obviously not. You think I could pull up a Joaquin Phoenix impression?
Yeah.
No, he's way too happy to be Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, he is. Okay, Esme's just like, I'm gonna come back to the Nanu thing. she turns, it's like, says, she looks at the other officers like, well, aren't you a tall, cool glass of water? What's your name, sir?
Are you saying this to the half elf?
Oh yeah, to the other guy, not to Nanu. Nanu, I'll come back to Nanu, to this high elf person.
The high elf looks Esme over and he's like, and then looks at Coda and he's like, It's like, I say, madam, might you be interested in our chess game? It's for intellectual people only. And he's holding up like a piece of paper that has like, like call all really smart people for the Orion Chess Club.
This guy is the best fucking secret Mindflayer.
Esme says, why yes, of course, sir. I'm perfectly capable at strategic games. Why don't you and I get acquainted over a game of chess?
My place or yours, madam?
Your place, obviously.
Wonderful. And like he's like, hand is it's like, do you guys ever see Octad? It's like kind of like
yes,
and he's just like
yes,
no,
yes,
and it's just like an address that like pretty much like down the darkest alley in the dankest part of town, in the shittiest corner, lies a door, and 123 Murder Street kind of thing. It's like in like the back corner down here by the docks. Like it's off the beaten track, And he's like, "Come on by. I'll have wine and a chessboard and some light reading. Do you like Aristotle? I do." And like walks off.
Well,
Esme says it's like, "Hey Nanu, what was that guy's name?"
Oh, Nanu is completely like almost in terms of animation, is just like huffing on a pipe like the wind. Well, oh shit! Hey man, what can I do?
Esme resists. In fact, it won't happen here. It'll happen elsewhere later. No, Esme is just cool. Nanu, Officer Nanu, that's you, right? What's the name of Officer O'Hare?
Oh, that's Jerry. Oh, what's his surname? I don't know his surname. He's.
Do you know who Jerry's friends are? Like close friends, people like it seems they all seem to think the same thing. Like they're really close
he's like he leans forward and he's like, "It's not ethical to give out about the force members, but they all kind of think there's some sort of hotshots just because they're smarty pants." Says, "Hey, like, okay, I can't solve like math formulas. Who cares, man? Stop driving me."
Well, we met two that were idiots, so we just want to see like who are these.
That's kind of a harsh word to use, man. Jeez.
Sorry, Officer Nano, how many of them are like? How many of them act like that?
I don't know. Most of them. Jeez, and he's like looking around the room. He's like, I don't know, like a lot of the force think they're pretty hot shot, but I just be, man. It's like, hey, they have smart brains. That's cool. I'm content with my lot. I just, work the office and help people at my little shindig. And, like he gestures to like the pamphlet that's on the table.
Esme says loudly, it's like he turns to Coda and says loudly, "Why, yes, Coda, that device that only you have had the intelligence to figure out how to build. Like, that is an entirely amazing thing." But she turns her head to look at every person who tries to look at her.
Coda fully knows what she's doing, but he's still just like getting a little bit of an ego kick out of this. He's like, yeah.
Come on, man.
He just put open his head.
Okay, finally. Okay, so Esme, out of the 7 people in this room, notice one just ever so slightly, like showing papers, and you see their head kind of rotate slightly to just hear what you're saying.
Why, yes, Coda, let's go hang out in that dark alley tonight.
We can talk about secret inventing formulas and yes, and secret devices.
Nanu leans forward and he's like, "Hey, if you guys aren't like smarty pants, you should tag along anyway." It's like we might not be the smartest bunch, but hey, it's a non-judgmental area, man. He pushes the pamphlet.
Thank you, Nanu. Nanu, do you have any pamphlets on people having crisis of faith?
He's like, "Oh, tall order, friend. Hold on, I think I got something down here for that. Just hey." And he like literally just like crouches down. It's like the very tall, brooding Fearbog just disappears under it, and you hear like loads of rattling and like chest, like kind of like that, like lock opening kind of thing. Like, oh, it's right. It's somewhere.
He's gonna give her a pipe. Yeah.
If the ring Isidore says, "This is like we've come across a lot of shitty guards in our time. I think this place is the worst."
I was just
they
thinking...
make that guy in Dead Man's Haven look tolerable.
Yeah.
He stands back up and he's like, "Hey, buddy, like it's on the house. It's only a one-hit wonder, but hey," and it's 100% just a joint.
Esme like a fucking cop shop.
And no one notices because none of them are real.
Oh, I hope this doesn't dull my incredibly high intellect. I'm so
He's
clever.
like, "Hey, if you're like a fan of that, man, come along. We smoke all the time at our like little get together. It's pretty cool. There's people there who can like turn into birds and stuff, and it's rad."
How many pamphlets do I now have?
You have 6. Like everything.
He just keeps handing you pamphlets.
Like he can't get rid of them fast enough, so like the joint skins are also pamphlets.
Like in between talking, he's just making more.
He's just drawing them in crayon himself.
He's
I
like, oh,
kinda love him.
he was like, oh, and he's like slaps out. He's like, oh, you said the chief was in danger. And he's like, yeah.
Oh, no one said that. That's crazy, Nani.
That's crazy talk, Nanu.
He's like,
Nani, you're crazy.
I don't know. You said things to me, and they went in, but oh boy, did I remember them.
Esme turns around and she's like, "Wait, Nani, did you just say the chief is in danger? Where is he? Can we need to help him?"
Esme persuade him to think he did the thing.
You're gaslighting this man.
What was your suggestion, gracious leader? I've had a rough day. Esme has...
It has been a long day.
It is 12 o'clock in the day. He's like, she's like, Lucy. And she's like, what do you want, Nana, you idiot? And he's like, watch this front bench. I gotta go get some water. He's like running around. And he's like, oh shit, hold on, I forgot something. And you see as like he's like stuffing a bag of something. He's like, let's go.
Yeah, I'm following this.
Yeah, following him.
I will follow this.
Yeah.
Hi,
Poor hapless Fearbolg.
Esme in the ring says, guys, when we go to that alleyway later, myself and Coda are just going to stand in it, and you guys can just be up above us on the like nearby rooftops. And then if Mindflayers appear, you can jump down and squash them. Hopefully that will go well.
We're going to take a break, guys, because that scene went on a bit longer than I thought it would. But yeah, cool. Back here in 5-10 minutes. All that jazz, etc. The party jog across the town with the City Watch member who, as you see jogging, realize his uniform's half thrown together. He's half put together. He's not flaunting any weapons. His holster that might like hold a baton or perhaps a short sword or something, like, you know, there to defend himself, but obviously not a threatening item on his person. Not present. The holster's empty. To top it off, he's wearing sandals, and his kind of like roll, or his trousers are kind of rolled up to the knee.
Did you say he's wearing sandals?
Yeah, he's wearing sandals.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
And he's definitely got like the peace sign on the back of his like calf kind of thing.
Oh god.
And when he stops in the middle of the square, he turns to the party. He's like, okay, where are we going?
You said the chief was in danger. You asked us to help.
Did I?
You were leading us to this. What we're doing out here.
He's like, how do I know this isn't some sort of ploy? Get me alone.
How do you know it's not some sort of ploy to get you alone?
He's like, I've seen you play the Battle of Woods before. Touche.
I mean, every second we delay is a second that the sheriff could be getting even more murdered.
Persuasion check, please, Esme.
Can I add to that by saying that this would technically be your fault if he is then murdered?
You
Because
can?
we are not
Can I
there
roll to assist?
stop
Because
that
I
from
was also trying to persuade
You
him?
were indeed, yes. You may do the thing.
Laura, what's your persuasion?
It is a +5.
Ball's finger comes up from the ground. It's like, don't meta. Goes back.
You have
Laura
advantage.
Asks, yeah, let's to give advantage, ergo Esme roll. So Ian, I just love that.
Had to be done.
Oh, yes. I fucking 18's grand. Like, Jesus. Yeah, he's like, oh. He's like, I don't want to lose my job.
You have to be a hero. Lead us to the chief. Save
this
him.
dude is not doing this for the heroism. He's not doing it for recognition. Or
Get my
that
paycheck.
yeah, like, he's like, I just got to pay bills, man. Just running. But he's kind of like...
He has
you
to
kind of
provide
see as he
snacks for his
runs-
meetings.
Yeah, exactly. And like, who's going to replace my sandals? I got a sweet sand collection, yo. As he's jogging, he's totally not like, you guys want to come by later and hear my poems?
Is he Kill Bill Sirens? Another bard!
After we resolve the situation with the sheriff.
You guys have essentially done this kind of laugh. Hold on, I appear now and I draw, and you come in here. He's like, you guys are running past like, what would be like the mages kind of college, perhaps in quotations. You see, it's very, it's got a lot of stained glass windows, kind of like, you know, there's a lot of art in the windows, not necessarily like religious in theme or like content, but more just like lovely. Very tall buildings, very pointed arches and pointed roofs and like glows and like where there should be torches like in sconces, there's like just like unlit torches that have like that dancing light. I'm not sure if anyone's actually cast it in this game, but it's essentially these little glowing balls of light that just seem to constantly stay there, that sort of thing. And there seems to be like several mages just in like, you know, reading some book and scrolls parchment in the garden today. You know, one definitely is like, you know, has an apple out, preaching some sort of sermon or / like lesson to the students in like Elven, you know, very like, you know,
He's giving his philosophy lecture outside because it's a nice day.
Exactly. It's like, yeah. It's like guys, we're going to study the scrolls in the traditional Elven. We're not going to listen to the common translations, please. You know, very like you can't hear what he's saying exactly, but you can hear the snob in his voice. Anu looks over his shoulder as they're running. And he's like, "So why are you guys? What do you guys think's going to happen to the chief?"
We think someone's trying to get inside his body, and he might explode and turn into some kind of weird octopus-faced fish creature.
No, that's not consensual. That doesn't sound very nice. Okay.
Consensual.
That's not, he probably wouldn't consent to such an awful thing.
We want to hope that we get there in time to stop that from happening. But if we don't, and he does in fact explode and turn into a strange octopus creature, we are going to have to revenge him and kill the octopus creature that took his life.
Do you have like a vendetta against like octopuses?
I literally hate everything that is not from this planet. I hate gods. What? I hate aliens. Okay. I hate literally everything.
But octopuses are like octopi are like from the ocean. Is that this world, man?
We don't know that the ocean isn't just a giant portal to another world.
Dude.
You are blowing this guy's mind with alien conspiracies and
he's like, we gotta go everyone get
we can go swimming later if you don't take
he's
us
like
to the
pulling his copies. Okay.
You move your ass.
He's like, how to tell the chief about this new theory about portals?
This guy is the perfect audience for Esme's like alien conspiracies.
Yeah, you have to go to those promo meetings later now.
Yes, it's just cold. They all have tinfoil hats.
What? You owe him nothing.
All right, calm down.
You owe him everything.
I owe you everything, Ian.
Moving on. You guys follow Nanu running through the streets, and as you do, like it's kind of a spectacle. This like hulking 8.5 foot like hippie sprinting through the streets is like a party of like, because the party isn't exactly the most conventional group of people, like run after him kind of thing. Yeah, and like, you know, the city watch members are kind of like looking as like some kind of closer to the market district and not towards the destination are kind of like, the fuck is Nanu? What are you doing? You see them like kind of like, what? But as you get closer, they kind of have that like dead stare on their face, or they're just like silently like just rotating their bodies as you walk past or run past kind of thing. But Nanu eventually gets to like the end of like a really like, it's kind of like it's not, wouldn't be called like the rich district, but the buildings here kind of look a little bit nicer. The stone is cut a little bit cleaner, you know, that sort of thing. These people definitely have a little bit more money than the better majority of the city, perhaps. The buildings also look newer as well, so you know, it's that kind of like, you know, like this is where the rich built kind of their area. But he's kind of like, you know, out of breath in the middle of the street. He's like, God, I gotta give up eating junk food, and like puts a pipe in his mouth. He's like, oh, okay, so, and he like
don't
points
give up the things that make you happy, Nanu.
No, I don't like drugs. What are you, a cop? And he puts his pipe in his pocket. And he points towards like a building near the end of the street that kind of has like really nice gates and fences. He's like, there you go. That's the chief's building. The mayor gave it to him. It was radical, man. I like it's like one of my houses.
Nanu, what about the mayor? Does the mayor know that the chief is in danger?
Maybe. Oh, maybe the mayor
Nana,
is
you should
rescuing
go and
him.
talk to the mayor.
Because but you said the mayor wasn't there, so maybe the mayor
Maybe
is
you need to
rescuing
investigate
the chief.
that. I think we need special investigator Nanu to investigate the missing mayor situation.
He's like, oh, whoa, you're gonna like rescue the chief. Oh, okay. And he just kind of, okay, and turns on his heel and says,
You can come with us instead because it might not be safe, but equally.
As Esme says, that he like sprints past. Yay!
Great.
Now, do you like have any weapons or any sort of defense or any idea what you're doing?
Not to fear, madam. I've got my quick thinking, wits, and charm. And he puts
Okay,
up like a
so
thumbs up.
you're gonna stay in the back of the group.
As you guys approach, that's presumptuous. Are you guys approaching the building? It's kind of like down a street, like it's its own solitary at the end of the alleyway.
Darren, can I ask, is there anything to indicate that this is the chief's house other than his word?
I mean, it's a nice building. There's definitely not like a sign that Jimmy, chief of police.
Okay.
Or sorry, Boudin, chain, the half orc. No, there's no like indication that it's his gaff or anything like that. It's just, but it's very.
That's a good point. Can Risbeth send Mindflayers?
Depends what they're under.
I don't believe Divine Sense does, but I do believe Protection or Detect Good and Evil does, because they're Mind Flayers like out of character, aberrations, and like you guys like I know the players would know that, but I think it's Detect Good and Evil that detects aberrations. I think Celestial and Fiends and Undead is Divine Sense, but I could be wrong. So obviously double check. I'm not trying to like sway anything, but equally if they're not out in if they're behind like a door, it won't work because it's total.
Yeah.
Purely for just like yeah, of course, man, of course. That's totally like it's an ability you'd want to use it. But even if it's not Divine Sense and you have Detect Good and Evil, that like gives them disadvantage against you or something like that. I think I remember my sister taking it for a ranger and me realizing it's actually a really good spell. It's just I would never think to use it with any cleric I've ever built, like ever. It's like you just allocate the squishiest character and say undead can't them, and then undead have disadvantage on everything. It's like boom.
So Detect Good and Evil, for the duration of it, I know if there's any aberrations, celestials, elementals, fiends, phase, or undead within 30 feet. It can penetrate most barriers, but blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, 1 thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet forward or dirt.
That's cool.
Good. Until the spell ends, 1 willing creature you touch is protected against all those.
Rock and roll.
Creatures of those types at advantage. The target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
That's a really cool spell.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's one of those ones that kind of slips by. I find, especially for me, because it's like, oh, I might take that one. I could take Guiding Bolt. But anyway, my shitty class building abilities aside, Ian, are you intending to cast one of these spells, or what's your thinking?
Cast Detect when we get to the house.
Rock and roll, cool. All right, awesome. Nanu points to the building and it's like, okay, this is it, this is the one. Going about it in a nonchalant way.
Hoda, you have the juiciest brain. You should lead.
If anything drops from the ceiling and tries to eat my brain, no, it's
I believe it's going to try to jump behind you and eat your brain from the back of your head.
And if that happens, please someone cut it in half.
No.
Don't worry.
Yeah, alright, I'll go in first.
Or knock.
I mean, I feel like we could let Nanu...
Skyrim, you can just walk it.
That's true, I'm not good at unlocking things. Yeah, I'll knock on the door.
It's like when you unlock, it's like, you could knock. Laura, you could knock. Yeah, you knock, so give me a strength check, kid. Coda knocks.
I want to give a strength to see how strong my knocking is.
It's like crits, it's like, I punched the door off the hinges.
I got an average knock.
You did. You get an average, like a, hello, I'm here. Your pizza's here, my dude. There is no one answering. Code it with your keen ears, though. You do hear a crack around the side, and yeah.
I'll point that out in the ring, and then I'm gonna go around the side to have a look.
Before you is a 9-foot gate with spikes on top. You can see an alleyway that would lead, like not an alleyway, the side of the house. A window sits about maybe 10 feet up. It's one of those things where you have to walk up the steps, if you know what I mean, to get to the front door. So this is like your ground, like your floor level or your ground level, and this window's kind of up a bit, but you can see there's a crack in it, and you can see like from the since there's shadow in the side of the house, like up the side, you can see like light is flickering as if like someone's moving back and forth a lot in front of this mirror or window. Sorry, I apologize. And who's like, hey, dudes, the door's there.
Shh, Nanu, we think someone might be in there. Nanu, silence immediately. Hey, Coda, why don't you use your grappling hook to climb up the side of the house?
Yep, okay, I'm doing it. I'm gonna shoot the grappling hook and try and go up.
Oh man, his hand just made a noise, man. It's freaking me out a little bit.
It's not that delicious brain.
I'm just serving his brain bait, and I'm fine with this. Yeah, I grapple up to the window and have a look in.
Oh no, sorry, that's my bad. Coda, you're looking dead ahead, like you don't have a perfect shot at this. It's like it's not front on, you're looking down the side of the house, that kind of thing.
Right. Okay, well I'll go down, I'll head down that side passage to where the thing is.
But that's where the 9-foot gate is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like, it's around the side house. No, that's on me. I just poorly.
Well, can I not like grapple and like swing over the gate somehow? Is there anything I can hook onto to get over the gate?
Yeah, it'd be a ranged attack to just like make sure it lands true, kind of thing, like well, and then it would be acrobatics, to get over it. Yeah, that like hooks onto the top of the building perfectly.
And a 9 acrobatics. I'm gonna get impaled on a gate.
No, you take one, like it pierces, but it slashes you as you go over it. Damage as you kind of swing over, kind of like Indiana Jones style, and land down.
I mean, I guess I can throw the grappling hook back through the hole in the gate so people can swing over after me, or just like.
Yeah, no, yeah, like it's a case of the gate is locked and it's like padlocked.
I'll kind of ask, like, do you want to all come through, or will I just keep going?
What, is Coda just over the gate, or is he at the window?
He's over the window's about 15 feet from where Coda is now. You kind of have to walk out of the house.
Is there any kind of, there's no way to open the gate from this side, no?
No, it's just like a chain, and there's a padlock. The padlock's on your side, though. Like, just in terms of like where it is, it's kind of been locked on his side.
Is there a space underneath or at the sides of the gate?
It's the next building across. Like, it's the next garden, directly to your right. What do you mean?
But like around, so when the gate, or when like the it's a 9-foot gate, when that sits in the like in its frame, is there a space between the bottom of it and the ground, or?
Oh, sorry. Yes, it's only like maybe like I don't know, like a couple of inches off the ground, kind of thing, just enough for it to swing easily and not get caught on anything.
Wait, what?
Like the gap between the gate and the ground is like a couple of inches.
Okay, so if Esme was to get down on her belly, she like see underneath and then therefore Misty step.
Oh yeah, I get you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yes, you'll be able to.
She's gonna Misty step to the side, and then she's going to attempt to unlock that gate.
Yeah, cool. Give me a thieves' tool checks. Nanu's like, "Whoa, that's right. I can do that too. It's cool."
While she's unlocking the gate, I'm gonna have a look and see if I can see in that window.
Sneak to the window.
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah,
was
I'll
about to say,
try
are you
sneak to the
going
window.
quietly or loudly or what? Well, not loudly, but are you sneaky or
Well,
are
I
you not?
declared it, so I'm going sneaky.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's like, no, I'll choose to go loudly. I punch everyone over as I walk.
19?
Discharge my weapon. Yeah, 19. Now you're quiet as a mouse, dude. It's a little bit up, so it'll be it's athletics to climb if you don't have a climbing because it's like straight up. You require athletics. Esme with a absolute flourish, no ease to Esme's abilities. That thing just comes off grand. Esme like quietly to the best. Not that you'd need a roll, but just picks it and just takes the chain off. Quietly enough and opens it. I'm assuming. Wow, Coda, well done, dude. Yes, you like manage to find just the footing and kind of peek up. And I'll tell you what you see now in 2 seconds. Do the rest you kind of go through?
Yeah, I'll sit quickly.
Oh, too.
Yeah, Nanu's kind of like, oh. They kind of hold themselves in close. He's
Like, grab Nanu by the sleeve and just reef him.
He's like, oh, jeez.
I loudly whisper, Nanu, we're playing the quiet game now.
He's like, rock on.
It's not quiet enough, Nanu.
He just exhales smoke. It's like, oh. Coda, you can see when you peer into this window. You can see 2 humanoids, two human men. They actually are identical to one another, and they are trying with this halfling woman who kind of looks much stockier than your average halfling. This lady looks like she benches, and she's kind of like wrestling with like a what looks like a light crossbow in her hand kind of thing. And she's kind of she's like trying to put a bolt back in it, and one of them's like trying to pull her back from behind. The other one's kind of coming at her, but she keeps like ripping the crossbow up to kind of shoot. And he's like, and like takes a step back, and they're kind of like almost hissing. They look really animalistic in how they're going, and she's just like swearing in a language that I'm pretty sure none of you understand, but like it seems pretty much a native tongue to her. But she is like clearly like swearing and giving it socks.
Is this window closed?
Yes. There's a massive crack going through one of the panes though.
Mm.
And it's to the point where all of you can kind of hear muffled noise coming from it now that she's in this like kind of side of the house alleyway kind of area.
Yeah, into the ring. I guess I'm describing this, but I'm see, I want to do one of those like sick, like in a video game where you kind of like ledge take down a dude where you just like reach in and pull him out through the window kind of thing, but the window's closed. Is there any way if I open the window, could I like grab one of these men and just like reef him out the window?
To open the window, it would require a stealth check to kind of try and push up quietly.
I'm not the man for this job, but I'll try it.
I mean, you declared it, you got to do it.
I'll count it.
Coda, you push the window up and you're like, yeah, dude, I'm going to... And then you just hear, like, you give it a little bit too much pressure and the cracked window pane just breaks. And, like, when it breaks, the sound comes out and, like, this person's swearing in some language and, like, you just hear, like, restrainer. And Lanu's like, what's going on? That sounds not cool at all. What's going on?
How high up is this window?
About like 11, 12, maybe just under like 14-ish feet. Kind of like, up. You'd have to kind of like put your arms straight up and jump up to kind of grab it. That kind of get chin up sort of thing.
And like Coda grapple hooked up there.
No, I climbed up.
No, you climbed. If you just want to climb, Amy, sorry, because it's kind of straight up, so it requires a bit of, kind of athletics. Or you want to kind of like springboard and jump up athletics, kind of. But like Coda, it's worth saying before anyone rolls or declares what they're doing, that is kind of hogging the space as he's like after climbing up and pushing this window up. So Coda's like sticking his butt out at the minute, kind of like.
Actually, yeah, I'm going to say into the ring. In there, we'll follow after you.
Okay, yeah, I want to try like. No, it's probably not gonna work.
Just shoot one.
Yeah, I'll just shoot him. Okay.
Are you crawling in through the window and shooting?
Yeah, I'll crawl through the window and then take 2 shots.
All right, cool. Essentially, Coda, you're getting like a surprise round.
Oh
Ooh.
Boy. The Kabiri giveth and Kabiri taketh away.
Yeah, that's very much like a fuck.
That's 12 damage and then my gun misfires. I want to... I don't... Oh, that's an action, isn't it? No, never mind. Would I be able to use my action, or my move action to... Or would it be a full action? Would it be a move action to, like, try and pull one of these dudes out the window as I get in?
Oh yeah, no, that would 100%.
That's an action?
be like
Okay,
that.
cool. Yeah, I'm good then.
action.
I'm
Sorry,
done.
buddy. Neil, you guys. Oh, you haven't met the chief. The guys.
No.
One second, let me just.
No.
No one met the chief, I don't think.
No one met the chief.
Like that was the first time we were in the watch.
Yeah. We've never met the chief.
We were supposed to go. Wait, no.
No, someone definitely met the cops.
No, we talked to the cops because we talked to the cops about. We talked to them about the giant thing, didn't we?
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. We were supposed to get money off them for doing that. Shit, who
And-
were the
and-
cops we talked to?
You talked to the chief of police, Boudin Chain, the half orc,
Uday Jane.
and he was the one who told you about the snow elf, half elf, who would give you the deeds to her bar if you proved that you did the giants and stuff as well.
Oh.
Why is there like one game of Orion that like no one's remembering? Because even I'm having trouble in remembering what the fuck we like. What the fuck?
We did
Also,
meet
we have.
Jane.
Oh no, we do have proof.
Yeah, Boudin Chain.
have
Yeah,
proof
bald
we did
scarred
it.
half orc. I do have him written down.
Well, that's no one in that room, so let's just
No.
shoot people.
Eh.
But she seems to
Yeah,
be
hold on, guys.
anti-Mindflayer, so we should probably not kill her.
Well, we don't know what
Oh,
those guys
sorry.
are.
Sorry, a major overstep on my part. Again, terrible DMing. Coda, I'm sure you retroactively you would have mentioned this. They're all in City Watch uniforms.
Okay. But the two identical men shouted, "Restrain her."
Yes, they are also in the thing.
Wow, Coda shot another cop.
That's what I do now.
Well
I
then.
shoot cops.
Guys, Coda's a murderer.
And just in
All
terms of-
murderers, calm down.
Just in terms of placeholder, the dead.
Can't believe Kay is dead.
Yeah, can't believe Kay is dead. That's the halfling that's being currently restrained and held back.
I want to have shot that 12 damage at the guy who's holding the halfling.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, that hits him in the neck. Oh, sorry, 1 second.
Can I bonus action this bitch empty yeet and throw my broken gun at this guy? Oh, hello.
As the bullet like pierces its neck, it's like its illusion drops, and it's like, can I have initiative?
All of us, yeah.
Oh yes, please. You guys are just outside. It'll cost you what is it? I think like per 1 foot it's 2 foot for climbing, so it'll be 15 squares to chin up and like basically land where Coda is.
Look at that, I got a 20 for...
Wow.
Nice, Jesus! Everyone's going well. Holy shit! 1 second.
And like how the wall is a purple line. And I don't mean that as a criticism because I know how annoying maps are. I just mean it in that's exactly what I would do.
Oh yeah, like I just have one battle map. Although in saying that, I was saying to Laura earlier, I picked up the Dungeon Painter, like the one I
love
actually
it.
use
I love
online, but I got the actual proper version on Steam now, not the free version they have on their site. And some of the textures and stuff are fucking gorgeous. It's
It's
so
so good. That's the one I use for my one shot. It's so good.
I'm gonna get, the Pathfinder dry erase maps.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
I'm
those.
gonna buy 1 or 2 of them and then draw a load of maps and scan them in. So I just
Oh,
have
good
them to
idea.
use.
Hmm.
Because I just hate I hate drawing them digitally because I just don't feel I have the actual control I want.
Mhm. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Starting us off is Coda.
Okay, well my gun's misfired. The temptation of this bitch empty yeet at this fucking Mindflayer is so strong, but It probably wouldn't do very much damage, so I will pocket my gun as a free action. And then I will fucking charge this Mindflayer with my sword, because I'm an idiot!
Cool. 20 hits.
10 entire damage.
Nice.
And I'm I'm screaming into the ring, like, please God help me.
With that, it is Rizbit's go.
Cool. So, I'm gonna climb up this wall. Do you
Okie
need
dokie.
athletics for that? Do you need athletics for that?
Yes, you it's since it's a straight climb, it requires a roll. But if it's like easy, like climbable within reason, it's just half your movement. You need that little feetsies and you fall.
Yay. Would I be able to what's it called? Misty step to the top of the wall?
Yeah. You like literally. It's like, have you ever played Dishonored? You blink up and then just drop down into it, so you're fine. Yes.
Are you gonna do that?
Yeah. Good. I'm gonna say, although you tried to, oh no, that's technically your move. You would be landing down where you are, but you wouldn't have a move action, but you technically have an attack action.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a hammer.
Rizbit's gonna this bitch empty yeet someone. But yeah, please make an attack roll and declare who you're hitting.
I'm not gonna go for the Mindflayer, I'm gonna go for the other dude. It's actually hand axe. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure they're the same damage, dude. It's cool. I think it's more like specifics. Oh shit! Yeah, that aims through, dude. Go for it, Jesus. This dude's just like, oh my god, it's just one nerd, and like a tiny just lobs an axe at him. He's like, this is not how today should go.
This is how today goes.
Give me that damage, buddy. Ooh, nice 7. That's fucking class. Cool. Alrighty. And with that, is that all, Ian?
That is me done.
Esme, you're up, buddy.
She's gonna try and climb in the window.
Yeah, go for it. Esme. Oh, Esme, same kind of thing. You wiggle and you waddle and you drop down on your foot. So you just can't get the grip.
Cool. Can I use the rest of my turn to essentially... Are there ground floor windows at the front of the house?
Back around the side, yes.
Yeah.
Like back around the front, yeah.
Yeah, Esme wants to run around to the front of the house and then dive through one of the windows.
Alright, cool. We're gonna say that's like your dash kind of action to accomplish that, yeah?
Oh, I can use that. I can do that with my bonus action.
You can actually, yeah.
So I'll do that with my bonus action to just like jump in through the window.
Alright, cool. I'll put you over kind of like you're not exactly in the exact same room kind of thing, but you're like essentially in the sitting room, the kitchen, that sort of thing. So it would be all of your move to next round to kind of get to say here-ish kind of thing within range. Is that all, Esme?
Yeah, no, that's it.
Cool. All right, this thing's gonna make an attack. The Mindflayer is gonna make an attack towards you, Coda.
Eat my brain. But actually don't. It's all I got.
Ooh, 12.
Absolutely not.
But he pulls away. Isadora.
Yeah, I'm going to try climb up. So it's just athletic.
It is indeed, dude. Yeah.
Nice.
Isadora takes a run and jump and free runs up it, and Nano's just like, whoa.
And I'm going to cast Ray of Frost as the Mindflayer.
Ooh, nice, nice, nice.
So 17.
Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Good. Good. 10 damage.
Nice, guys.
Now at this point, these poor mind flayers are like, how many more there are?
Let's not ever feel bad for the mind flayers, Amy.
No, I'm just saying. Like a cloud car out there.
Yeah. Nanu climbs through the window.
Is that all, Isidore?
Yes.
This one here. Oh, sorry. This one here. I was clicking the map. Pulls out a short blade, and is like, "I've always wanted to kill you, Elena," and kind of like stumbles towards the halfling and tries to stab at her.
Rude.
Yeah,
So
that's
rude.
very rude.
But I'll deal
Wait.
with
Oh yeah, he misses. Oh yeah.
Rizbit already hit this guy, didn't he?
Yes.
But like, no like illusion drop.
Oh no! This dude seems to be all like.
Oh, and,
Alright, he's
like,
under
he's
control or
throwing.
something.
But cool. With that, it's at the declaration of that, you hear snarling from the window about wanting to kill Lena. As a
Whoa,
Hello!
as a beastly creature with long fur and patches of green smashes through.
on and that hill.
Isidore whistles. Yeah, Nanu!
And he's just like, "Hey, that's not cool, man." Coda, you're up.
Fucking rad. Okay, I'm gonna stab this mind flayer again twice. Cause sure,
Oh,
what else
shit.
would I be doing? Man, okay, one.
I mean, do you want me to answer that, or
10 whole damage.
it's 10 whole damage is good. Is that all, Coda?
I think I used my action surge in the last fight. Yeah, I'm done.
You did, yeah. Okay, Rizbit, you're up, bud.
I hope someone hits me so I can Hellish abuse him.
What do people think? Should I go for Mindflayer or the other person?
I think Nanu's covering the other guy, so I go.
Yeah, I think let's go
Mindflayer
for the
now.
mind flayer. Let's beat the shit out of him.
Grand. I can hit the Mindflayer from where I've just moved 2 dice.
Yes, you can indeed.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna smack him twice with a greatsword. With my maul. I didn't change the macro on Roll20.
Pretty sure it's the exact same stats. It's just bludgeoning, not slashing.
It is. It's just I didn't change the actual macro, so when I say maul, we're great.
You're good. You're Graham, but you're good. 26 hits.
Cool. I'm gonna add a level 2 smite because I still have 1 spell slot left.
Darren, was this halfling's name Lena?
Yeah.
31 damage.
How does Rizbit take it down?
It's just pretty much like he smashes it on the head with his hammer, and then he just like repeatedly smashes it until it hits the ground.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Rizbit, like having known and seen last time, is aware that he smashed the head.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep banging it. Till nothing comes out.
Rizbit applies his proficient zombie killing knowledge to the Mind Flayer. Is that all? Ian?
Yeah, that's everything.
Cool. All right, Esma, you're up, bud. Essentially, you move kind of like roughly to like here. You're in the room. You can see all of this action.
Has the other guy stopped moving? Is he still fighting?
Oh, this dude. Yeah, no, he is very much like still going to like.
Yeah, cool. I'll shoot him.
I guess.
What his? I don't really know what his whole deal is, so I'll just shoot him.
Unlucky, buddy. It's veers left. Strikes a portrait of, not a portrait, a landscape painting. It's very pretty, but it shatters the glass. 26 does shoot up.
Daddy.
Oh wow! Excellent fucking damage, dude. Yeah, this dude is not looking too great. Isadora, bring it on home.
Yeah, I am going to try to ray of frost him again.
Rock and roll.
And everybody cross your fingers.
Bracing for crit.
No.
It veers left and destroys another nice painting.
We're gonna get arrested for property damage.
We're not.
This chief is very lawful.
Listen, if we're gonna be arrested for anything, it's not gonna be property damage. Anyway, I'm done.
Oh, is that all? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. This thing is going to stab at Risbit.
Bring
Tell him that's rude, and we don't appreciate it. To be
That is
frank.
extremely rude to crit on me.
Ian, you take a total of 12 slashing damage. Have a con save, please.
You can indeed. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You said 12 damage, yeah?
Yes, a total of 12 damages. Risbit, sleep takes you.
Oh.
As
Risbit's having the worst looking fights.
Oh, yeah.
Risbit falls asleep, you sleep.
My saving's just not on.
Ooh, I know misses with one claw, does the other. This dude is pretty much hanging on to his life by a thread. Coda, take home.
Excuse me, madam. And then I will stab this guy.
Let me just politely stepping around her.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice!
Excellent, Coda. Yeah, give us some shoots and damages.
21.
Wow, fucking excellent. Yeah, Coda, slashes across its chest and it's like armor explodes. It's like, and then straight up through this individual's head, and you hear this, and it just pulls rapier out with a flourish, and it just cuts. Yeah. Hold on, I'll move us back to the other map.
I just wipe my rapier on its clothes.
The halflings. That was certainly an entrance.
Isadora is going to hop off the windowsill and hold hands and say, "Do you need healed? They get you?"
She's patting herself down around. She's like, no, I'm a few bumps and grazes, I'll be fine. So just going into the brain thing, I wasn't a fan of. It's like, she looks at Nanu and she's like, "Thanks, Nanu. You good?" And she kind of looks worried, but she's kind of like, "You okay, buddy?" And he you just see this big hulking ginger werewolf kind of form kind of nod, and it kind of slowly, well, the size difference isn't actually that bit massive. It's kind of shrinks smidge, and you see its fur kind of turns more of a blue, and you see his uniform kind of magically sort of come out of this form, kind of like how Esme's armor burns when she de-werewolfifies.
Yeah.
And it's just that just wasn't cool, man. It's just this negative vibes. And, looks around and he's like, y'all okay?
Yeah, good job, Nana. You did great.
Yeah. He kind of looks at us and he's like, "Yo, jumping through windows willy-nilly, you can get grazed all, or?"
Honestly, I burned this head to a matchbox in a second's notice.
Do you want
Hey.
to just take 5 and smoke with us? You seem stressed. You seem vexed.
Luna?
While
No, not
you're...
Luna. What's the name of it?
Lena.
Lena. Was one of those men Boudin Chain? Boudin de Chain?
She turns to Esme and she's like, "Oh, hello. I like you." And gestures to the. And it's like, he sadly set them upon me, but I believe he could be upstairs or downstairs. I'm not too
Oh
sure.
shit.
Does,
One sec, guys. One sec.
Esme just says to Rizbit, he's like, Rizbit, can I borrow one of your hand axes?
I pull it out of the dead thing and give it to him.
Yeah. Esme just starts going ham on literally everything. She's just like, she full on works out all of, well, I say works out all of her aggression.
Not
She begins the
A
process
fraction of her
acknowledging-
aggression.
She begins acknowledging the acknowledgement process that she may have some minor to moderate aggression issues, and just starts hacking shit up.
When she starts hacking shit up, Coda takes a few steps back.
Way.
He's up against the wall, like, please don't.
Well, I have questions for Lena, but it's Darren.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Lena, can you tell us what happened here?
She nods and she's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm Nina. Hi."
Oh, Isadora. Hi.
Nanu's like, Nanu.
Yeah. Hi, Nanu.
It's like I asked to I was told I was getting a promotion, and I was asked to come here and see the chief personally. I know there's usually a bit of a rigmarole, a bit of a what's the word? A big hullabaloo, a ceremony. A ceremony. That's the word. There's usually a ceremony, and I just thought maybe they just, I don't know, maybe it was kind of like an internal debate. They would do it in front of her. I thought it was very odd, but I didn't really think anything too bad of it. And then when I got here, Boudin was ranting and raving about something about the flesh, the high mind, and he was rambling like a crazy person. And then they came upon me, and like as you kind of intervened, I managed to fight them off for a bit, and they kind of kept me locked up. And then they were like, "Oh, time!" and they were trying to drag me to here, and I managed to kick one of them, and points to the individual that Coda stabbed. And it's like, and take his crossbow, and it kind of like then you arrived. I'm not sure how long I was kept here. Kind of comes and goes. They could sort of look at me, and then vision would go blurry, and I'd lose spots of consciousness. It's not ideal. Is your friend dead? And she points at Rizbit.
What's wrong
Oh
with
shit!
Rizbit?
Oh yeah, I'm asleep.
Oh, so I don't have.
It is. I try to wake Rizbit up.
Yeah,
He
it's a
goes
case.
back to sleep.
Oh, she just keeps shaking him until he like stands up.
Fine, get up.
You don't get out of this that easy. Yeah,
There's more Mindflayers. Let's go, Rizbit.
Rizbit, as you kind of like come to consciousness, Rizbit, like, and as you're like rolling off the ground, you notice, Rizbit, that the floorboards that you smash this thing's face into have actually broken through, and you can see down into what looks like a very dusty old room downstairs.
How far is it up?
Probably like a room down. I'm going to say like 10 feet kind of thing.
Cool.
It looks a little bit further. It looks kind of cold and stony, but like when you look into it, your like dark vision kind of like triggers a bit. So it's a case of like, oh, there's no light source in this room.
I pointed out to the others and asked if I should jump through. I don't want to jump through.
Oh, it's a case of like it's more like a fist-size hole that the head of this mall created. It's not like huge, but like it's a case of like, oh shit, the floorboards have been weakened kind of thing.
Yeah.
Rizbit.
Well, sorry, I was gonna say if Boudin is still in the house, we should probably find him before he realizes we saved Lena.
Here's my suggestion. I think we should begin the process of opening up a person-sized hole in here while one or two of us attempts to sneak upstairs to ascertain whether or not Boudin is actually here.
Well,
Can I ask what the point of making a hole is?
I fully believe that there's probably more downstairs, and that's probably where he is hiding, as opposed to upstairs. Also, there's probably another one of the brain trees down there.
But if they were taking
Well-
Lena here, there could be something under there that they were trying to get to, some sort of place they have to sacrifice or bring her to.
Lena, what's the last thing you remember? Like when was the last time you saw Boudin?
Oh jeez, I remember being brought upstairs to his like kind of office site, like home office, I suppose. I don't know. It seemed I don't see the point of having a home office to do office work, but yeah, I don't know. He thought very highly of himself apparently. That warranted one. I remember being in that office upstairs and him just being very, I don't know, he's different, very brooding, very, I don't know, nefarious. And then it was just a case of one of the individuals and like gestures Mindflayer, like that thing like, was in the room as well and kind of stepped up and it kind of like cackled and raised a hand and my mind went all blank and I don't know, they said I would join them because I've chosen or something. I don't bloody know. And then I remember like tripping out conscious of being stored in like I think like a quite literally like I think a broom closet. I had manacles on both my arms and feet and I was gagged for a time and then when I remember coming to it was just the two of them and then they asked me would I willingly join them and that's when the scuffle had begun and I haven't seen it in. I'm not sure what day it is. I'm not sure how long ago. I'm quite sore. At the very least I'd say I was be overnight, perhaps. I'm not too sure.
Like, do you remember if there are more than we saw?
It was only 2 when I was here, and now there is apparently 3. These 2, and then Boudin. If Boudin is still inside. She kind of catches herself speaking loud. And she's like, "If he's still inside." So I'm not sure if there is more hiding. I am afraid I am unaware of their presence.
There's definitely more in the police office.
It's like, and what do we do? Do we kill them?
We kill all of them, yes.
Oh.
And we have to find wherever they're operating out of, which I assume might be here somewhere.
But they spoke of. Okay, I'm not the most individual, but a hive mind surely implies they're connected. Perhaps if we if we cut the head of the snake off, the rest of them die, and we wouldn't have to murder our friends. And she looks at Nanu, and Nanu's like, "Yeah, that's quite a tall order, bald dude."
Do you think Boudin might be the head of this?
Maybe. I just mean like the concept. I've heard like the hive mind usually implies there's a boss or a head honcho, so to speak, doing it all. So if a hive mind is what like I think it is in theory, it should just die if we kill it. But I'm not sure if Boudin is or he's just a slightly higher up the like chain.
Either way, he could be the key to finding it.
Oh, I agree. Correct.
Yeah, I just know that it was suggested that there are some of them that have fully turned into these creatures from space. And while I am sure they were your friends once, their whole hunger for brains to feed the hive kind of thing probably means they should just get just dealt with.
She nods and like kind of has like a melancholic look as if like she knows Esme's right and the party are right, but she's like, "Oh, I know." She kind of like goes over and kind of stands near Nanu, who kind of like just pats her on the shoulder, kind of thing. It's like, "I'm sorry, buddy."
Unless if we kill the Alpha Mindflayer and it actually does turn into like if we kill Alpha Mindflayer and then they somehow turn back into humans that aren't hungry for brains, we don't really like. I'm sure no one really cares that much. But if that's not what happens, we're probably gonna have to keep on.
Well, I'm sure they'd prefer the quick and humane death of killing the Alpha and then having them simply perish as a result, more so than us like hacking them up.
Well, let's test the Alpha theory first, and if it doesn't work, we can deal with that then.
Let's see if he's upstairs.
They know. So okay, guys, who's jimmying open the hole a little bit more so you guys can drop down, and who's going where, or is everybody going one way and doing it? What's the plan?
I would suggest maybe Esme and Izzy go sneaky, and me and Rizmet smush the floor open.
Sounds good.
That's leading. Well done, Coda.
Cool. The sneaky sneaks give me a sneaky sneak roll, and the punchy give me a punchy boy roll.
Sneaky girls and punchy boys.
Yeah, exactly. Coda, your fine ears.
What's the name of our first album?
It's like a hip hop album.
Coda,
your fine ears hear Nanu and Lena mumbling, like kind of whispering. and you hear her be like, why did you change? And he's like, well, I thought you were in danger. Like, why didn't you? And she's just like, and like shakes her head annoyingly.
There's a fucking werewolf back in this town on top of everything.
Yeah, Risbet whispers that. That's why I got a 6, because he's just like, oh god. Like he's about to like bring down a hammer or something. He's like, oh god.
You want strength? Yeah, Des.
Oh boy. it's like the adventure now. Taco, I can do a thing. It's I will destroy you.
Kind of like misses the fucking floorboard somehow. It's like, consider it destroyed. I didn't want to. I'll never. I won't lead anymore. It's yours. It's yours.
No, you
Nanu and Lena, who are used to certain dynamics, are thinking, man, who is this fucking beta? Who let him here?
Lena's like, you really traveled this? And Nanu's like, no, I quite like the little bitch. She's quite fun. Isadora, Esme, you guys sneak through the house. It's quite a elegant house. Like, for all intents and purposes, like, I know you guys aren't necessarily thieves by trade, but like, you reckon if you fleeced most of this shit, you could probably get a fucking hefty penny if you went to events. Like, it's quite a rich person's home. There's even like, as you climb to the top of the stairs, there's even like a valiant bust of like clearly out of marble or some form of nice stone of the half orc. Like, clearly regards himself in quite a high standard. You look around and like as you creep through the upper levels, you see what looks kind of like and hall probably leads to a bedroom or two. You kind of see it slightly ajar, and like Esme's eyes like see what looks like the edge of the bed. So she's kind of like, and she like listens and doesn't quite hear anything. And when she goes to the left, Isadora goes to the right, and like you can see what looks like big double doors at the end. Isadora can kind of like would imagine like, this is probably his office. And as she gets to the time, you can hear mumbling on the other side of the door.
I'm going to say into the ring. There's definitely someone in this. There's definitely someone in this room that I think is his office, so it's possible he's still in there.
Let's go
okay
in
there
and
now?
attack. Let's go in and attack and just see what happens. I think it will be.
I guess once we hear that in the ring, we kind of start to move into position as well.
Well, can I, before we charge anywhere, can I like listen at the if I can make it?
Yeah, give me a perception check, buddy.
Yeah.
While Izzy's doing that,
oh god!
Do Coda and Risbet kind of like okay and are like going to the others?
I think once we hear them say like there's someone here, we're gonna go attack, I would start to move towards them to be with them when they're going in.
That's fair. Izzy, yeah, you can't hear anything. Like, it's not that like you weren't quiet on what you were doing, but like it's like they just like serendipitously seem to have like stopped speaking as you approached.
Yeah,
kind of.
Okay. So yeah, she'll turn to Esme and shrug and say, "You just want to go in."
She, like in the ring, she says, "I just want to try something." Darren, would it be possible for me to use stealth to check if the door is locked without?
Yes. To quietly try the door, it would be stealth. Yes.
Yeah.
Nanu and Lane just kind of watch as Risbet and Cobo like perk their heads up at an unheard message and just walk off like confidently, quietly, but like with intent.
We also have a hive mind.
Like,
hi.
Yeah. They're both just like Nanu's like, yeah, they do that a lot, really weird, man. And she's like, maybe it's not the only hive mind that's going around. And they're like, And they kind of like approach the whole as of like, should we pick up where they left off? Yes.
Yes.
Esme, you like carefully, quiet, try to handle the door. It is unlocked, and no immediate like alarm has gone off or anything.
Esme like turns her face to Isadora, and then just nods as she pulls the door open.
And Isadora nods back.
Darren, what's beyond the door?
Inside is a large office, quite a a real mahogany table, big, very large, kind of like was 110% a absolute bitch for anyone who had to carry that upstairs to this room. Like there's like walls of bookshelves and what have yous, and crouched down in the middle of the room on like one knee and very much like the superhero pose is a half orc that you know to be Boudin, and a soft greenish glow emanates around him, and there is literally like a tiny, like not a tiny, but like a slightly larger than his head hologram of a Mindflayer's face, and he's like nodding along, and he's just like, yes, boss.
Darren, can I, like full werewolf, just charge him? Just charge him.
I'm going to say give me an unarmed attack, please, strength based, because
Okay.
you're not a monk.
3 7s.
Dex save,
roll.
Dex save Esme. Ooh, right. As Esme is like runs in charge, like the hologram breaks the second Esme makes noise, it cuts off. Esme goes to like gore him, and he kind of like rises up from his position and like flings Esme over his shoulder, kind of thing. But Esme, quick thinking, like puts a claw down into the table, and he uses that as an anchor to slow herself instead of smashing into the bookcases behind. But like the momentum kind of like rips the table onto its side, but Esme kind of lands perfectly on her feet on the opposite side. And as like Esme's like looking at like lands like, ooh, like he kind of like pulls out like 2 blades, see out of nowhere almost, kind of like with the flick of his wrist, and he's like looks at Esme, looks at the door, kind of thing.
While he is looking at Esme and like while he's tossing her over his shoulder while he's looking at Esme, I want to cast Rare Frost at him.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that hits.
13 damage.
Oh shit! Nice, well done. Yeah, like this ray of frost hits him right in the base of the spine, and he like, like lets out like a yelp almost, and like turns to Esme, or turns to Isadora. Can I have initiative, and we'll leave it here.
Yeah.
Ah, Coda.
It's only initiative. See?
I
Oh,
own
man.
it.
Wow. Wow, guys.
I own it. I'm top of initiative.
You're top of initiative! With an 11!
With an 11.
You have +1 and you're top of initiative, and I have a fucking +9. I love it. Perfect. I love that Rizbit is gonna get to go in this fight, and we're not even at the room yet. Like, he's gonna get to go before Esme and Isadora, even though
Essentially,
he's
starting us off next week is Boudin. Coda and Rizbit. Essentially, you guys are like still downstairs while this happened. So, like, well, you're kind of just getting there. So it'll be like your full movement of your turn to kind of like appear in the room.
Yeah,
cool?
yeah.
Rock and roll. But yeah, no, that's sure we'll leave there, guys, because it's 12 and that's quite like,
Cool.
I know it's a fight just started, but it's a solid place to leave.
Can't wait to kill this fucking guy next week.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, good game, guys. That was fun.
Yeah.
Great.
I love that unexpected Chambers fight. That was very fun. Also, Nanu is just so fucking cute.
Nanu.
Nanu's great.
Hashtag save Nanu. Yeah, that's great. That's all good enough.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
All right, good game, guys. Good game.
Nice.